Hello there, tamers, trainers, domesticates. Welcome back to Vox Syreni Plays the World Into You. This is our final day with this game. And also Maddie Renee is here. This time she's below me. As you may see, this is the Switch version of the game. I am higher leveled here and have better pins, so I can break through Vox City with this. Also, there is some content in this version of the game that are only on this version of the game, which is why we're here. Which is actually the real reason why we're here. The other thing is just a bonus because that saves us some time. That we don't need to go out and grind and get new gear. Yeah. We're still giving away shinies as a celebration. Hey there, RC. You just write shiny in chat and we swap game and put up a code for the shiny Carnivine. Anyways, when we last left off, we were in Vox City, trying to climb the skyscraper. Oh, it's you again. You're clear to pass. Oh, they remember that I cleared it before. Oh. Well, that saves us even more time.
It does. Huh.
Well, it's you again. You're clear to pass.
Well, I mean, that makes this incredibly easy, at least.
Yeah. I'm still gonna do it this way. You can actually, what is called shortcut directly to floor 13. But I want the cutscenes. Yeah.
Quick question.
Yeah.
I got focused on some tech issues on my end. So did you remember to re-announce what's right above you?
This shiny Carnivine? Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool.
Just write shiny in chat for your chance at the shiny Carnivine. It's been a couple of years now. I was looking at the Uragawa wall tag. Mr. H came up and talked to me. After that, I started going to his cafe. We talked about lots of stuff. Eventually, I found out he was cat. But well, that's all I know. I wish the guy would open up a little more. Dude, let me pass. Well, saving us time on the 13 floors.
That's always nice.
I'm not gonna complain at all. So what are you expecting at floor 13?
A boss.
True. It seems like he's been really busy lately. His shop's been closed a lot too. Even more than usual. Wonder if he's got something else going on top of his work as cat. Like, something I could help with. If I've got what it takes. I just wish I could help lighten his load. Neko really cares for Hanakoma even in this timeline.
Yeah.
Not to trust any place near after. That is a good gut feeling. Vox City is quite the hellscape to climb. Normally, but apparently the game's like, you already beat this place, so you can just waltz on in. Which I am absolutely not complaining about, because otherwise we would spend hours here fighting encounter after encounter.
Yeah.
Why am I going nuts chasing him down like this? I don't even really know. I'm worried. Worried that if I don't, he'll disappear on me. I couldn't handle that again. Thinking back on it now, it was him. He's the reason I met Mr. H. I wouldn't have found the mural in Uragawa if he hadn't told me about it. He was my one real friend, the only guy in my class I could talk to as an equal. I was fine with that, just him and me. Man, I miss him. Not that I have a right to. Not after I killed him.
Very different timeline.
You what, mate? Floor 12? I should change my pins. Besides, set them up for... No, actually, these are the right ones. Okay. You guys ready? Oh. I'll never forget that day. We were set to meet up at the usual spot. I asked him to come. I was waiting in front of the cat mural. But he never came. Only later did I hear about the accident. I was so mad, then I felt awful. I shouldn't have asked him there. If not for me, he'd still be here. It's like I killed him. Now I feel like it's going to happen again. Like I'm going to lose Mr. Hanekoma. I don't think I could take it. It almost broke me last time. If it happened again, No. I need to keep him here. Do what I can to help him. So he won't go away. There's gotta be something. Like climbing the tallest skyscraper in the city?
He's really hungry for bacon.
Mr. Hanekoma, what are you doing up here? Hey, phones. Phones? What's that? Alright, sorry, wrong you. Are you okay, Mr. Hanekoma? And what are you doing all the way up here? Just a little errand. I'm here to pick somebody up, but I wanted to check something while I was here. Check what? Oh boy, I knew it. Visible in this world too, clear as day. This calls for serious action. Look, Mr. H, I want to help you. I want to pay you back for all you've done for me. Well, gee, phones. You just seem so busy lately. I mean, I know I probably can't do much, but let me do what I can. Thanks. That's real decent of you to offer, phones. I'll take you up on that. Really? I'm happy to work the cafe or clean up or whatever. I had my eye on you for a while now. But the other you's in the middle of the game. Excuse me? Yeah, both he and Joshua pulls out a feather when they attack you. And even though you are right there in the UG, you can't exactly interfere, even if it's just to test you a bit. Mr. Hanekoma, what's gotten into you? But this issue is fair game. Let's have a look at what you can do. So yeah, boss battle with Hanekoma. Did you expect that?
I forgot that existed.
And this is Hanekoma's noise form. Tigress Cantus. We used assets.
Two palette swaps.
Yeah, we used assets. Well, it
That's
is
a bit disappointing.
in all fairness, it is a post-game thing, so it's very possible this was a very late addition to the game.
You mean 8? You mean like 6 years late to the game?
No, this was part of the original game. Didn't you see we were climbing Vox City yesterday?
Oh right, we're still in the right,
yeah, we're still in this part, and also I'm getting my ass kicked. Maybe I shouldn't have done this on Ultimate.
Ultimate?
Yeah, I was thinking since I have all the levels anyways, I might as well make it interesting, right? Will you not die? I really hate using the Joy-Con for this, like it feels absolutely horrendous. Also, it's really nice to have you here, Ozzy. I don't know if I said that already.
Maybe you should have practiced the controls.
It's fine, it's fine. It just feels a little bit like ass. It's fine. Can you please just drink it? See, this is some part of why these controls are terrible. When I'm trying to press the healing pin, and the game is just like, no, you wanted to attack, right? No, no, I am about to die. Can you heal me, please?
I can't even remember, how does the sync meter work in this one?
I was close. Oh, the music for this game is amazing. The sync meter works like this. When you attack at the same time as your partner, it goes up.
Ah, okay. Because you're in sync, gotcha.
Yeah. Can you guys just go down? Yeah, these controls terrible. And yeah, this is even in this version still the toughest fight in the game. And we are on ultimate, so pardon me for losing that first round. Look at how little they take. Dang.
Maybe also it wasn't the best idea.
It's fine, we can do this. These are my A-list pins, right? So we can do this.
If these are your A-list, why are they in the B deck?
Because my A deck is used for things I'm leveling up.
Ah, that makes sense.
They're probably stronger pins, but I like using these. Oh frick, oh frick, oh frick, oh frick. Did you see how much damage that guy dealt? Like, dang! Yeah. Also, Ozzy, you don't have to worry about the context. Most of us don't have enough context with this one because this is a post-game thing where you are in an alternative reality.
It's dealing multiple 1,000 damage. Alright, this is how it works.
Ah, I misclicked that. And then the card I actually wanted to play was the wrong one as well. Dang it! Rain down death from above, right? Yeah, I hate these controls. I don't want to waggle a Wiimote in a game that's clearly not built for it.
I don't want to do that even in a game that's built for it.
I can do this. I can do this. It's fine. I'm entirely dead. That is good. Oh, seriously? Did you see that?
Oh.
He attacked the healing pin instead of healing. I swear this game... I know this is the Switch version, this is the shit version. Just gonna point that out before anyone sits there. Why are you playing this game if it's that... Like... Yep, a good time to drop with no context. Okay, that worked off because I while trying to press the button, I stun locked him. But I don't always get that lucky with that. And it's like twice I died to the I'm trying to press the button and the game registers as me attacking. Also, from my observation, the most dangerous one is the wolf.
That's actually a good point in regards to motion sensors. It would be nice if more consoles or games allowed you to calibrate how sensitive it was. Because if you're a person who doesn't have very steady hands, it'll constantly move, which could in this case trigger, for instance, attacking while you're just trying to press something.
Yep.
Not saying that's the case here, but it would be for some people.
It might be, yeah. I don't think it is this case, but...
No, but it was just... No, hypothetical. It would be really nice accessibility options.
May I be allowed to heal? Okay, that's the third time that's happened in a fucking row.
The power is yet
This game
Well,
is
this version does have the chain spins and... Oh, you're talking.
yeah, it does. It's a quality of life improvement I'm actually okay with.
Yeah.
But, you know, a broken clock, getting something right twice a day, you know?
I mean, let's be honest, that was probably an improvement in Solo Remix.
Probably, yeah. But Solo Remix also kinda sucks. Like, this is basically a port of Solo Remix instead of being a port of the DS version, which I think was a mistake. But then again, how would they port the DS version to Switch?
So simple. They don't.
I mean, that much is true. Can't quite refute that.
They should have done it while the Wii U was still... Was it ever alive? Was still there.
Alive. Not quite, but, you know.
I guess that it would be the perfect fit. Wii U was basically in the UG.
Oh?
The only difference, it didn't win. Next question.
Yeah?
Did we audio balance the Switch game?
No, I don't think we did. Why?
Oh, okay.
We didn't. I think I did, though.
Okay.
Earlier today. When I realized that might be a problem. If we don't win this time, we lower into difficult to hard. Or something, I think. Since we're here for the story mainly anyways. Beating this on the essentially this game's equivalent of Nightmare mode might not have been a good idea, but like, I wanted to give it a go.
Someone got a bit cocky.
I'm not cocky, I'm awesome. That might think. I'm just trying to heal you goddamn assholes. Stand still. I hate having to do this.
Understandable.
Man,
No one left.
that went awful? Well, still 3 times. I won't let anything slow me, no.
That big thing makes such a weird noise. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'm almost in the green now. And as we all know, green is usually really good because that's when damage starts being... Good thing. That felt close though. But yeah.
I guess you have to climb the tower again.
Nope. It autosaves.
Alright, the convenience of modern technology.
Exactly. But just lowering to hard should be fine. I have beaten it on Ultimate before. I can promise you because I have the item drop from it, so I know I have. But I'm a little bit out of practice and these controls are terrible. Let's be honest. And there's the streamer curse, as you mentioned last time.
Yep.
Okay, I had honestly expected it to be like infinitely easier on hard. So I don't know. I think I underestimated. I was just like, oh, now I don't even have to think.
Keep brain on.
Yeah, keep brain on. Got it. Can I heal?
No.
No, because the game wanted to interpret that as me wanting to jump over there. Got it.
I have another complaint about this game.
Okay?
When you're doing your dashing move, the color trail behind you is way too transparent compared to the original.
Agreed.
I am disappointed.
It is the truth. Wait, that was a waste of time. Trying to heal is a waste of time because I die while trying to heal.
Isn't this weird that healing pins can be assigned to a button, or at least made so that when you're on top of the pin icons, it doesn't interpret the movement?
It's frustrating, to say the least.
Yeah.
Enjoy the moment. I sure do. He killed me while I was healing again. Asshole.
This won't be hard.
Okay, that works. Dodging first, then healing. Having to waste time on doing that because otherwise I can't position. Otherwise I won't get the chance. Is annoying. Because that happens. Every single time I accidentally attack. This is where the Switch version controls like freaking ass. I'm gonna dunk on it the whole time. I mean, I'm fighting the controls as much as I'm fighting the boss.
I am curious to what the stylus control scheme works like.
Probably infinitely better, but I don't want.
You can't stream that.
Yeah, I can't screen that, and I don't want to
Scratch the screen.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd assume that a Nintendo pen would be made so that it doesn't scratch it.
Hopefully, but I don't own that.
No point.
Look at how much damage that
And as we
deals.
debated last time, there's really only 2 games that support it proper, so...
Yep, this one and which one was the other one?
Mario Maker 2!
Right.
It is very useful for building levels. I honestly don't get why handheld phones, well, that's the only kind of one, why smartphones and handheld devices with a big screen don't come with built-in screen protectors. It doesn't make sense. It's not that expensive to make. Why is it not just standard equipment?
I really don't like that I have to dodge and get into safety before I heal. Because I can't just press on the button because the game is being a bitch. I know, right? Way too much.
Really doesn't look like the difficulty changed.
It did. Although I guess I see what you mean, but it did change. It's just that this was a very unforgiving on almost every difficulty. I think even on easy, it's a tough nut to crack.
That makes sense. It is the
you want to challenge yourself boss of the game.
what is it called? A mega boss?
I don't remember what they're called, but they do have a name now that you're mentioning
Yeah,
it.
they do.
Super boss? Yeah, it's a
Sounds
super.
about right.
It's a super boss. That was so close. Did you see him grab me?
Yep.
Holy frick. Super boss? Yep. When I'm fighting the controls and the super boss at the same time, it's just not quite good.
Because then you lose that little plastic layer when you first open up. They could just apply that plastic layer on top of the protective layer. Besides, I'm fairly sure that some people have accidentally peeled off the actual screen layer because they thought it was something you could peel off.
Oh yeah, that has happened.
So yeah, we should maybe just not do that.
Freaking die. Oh, come on!
So close.
I got greedy. I should have dodged and healed. I was just thinking, if I hurry now, I'll win.
Rule number 1 with super bosses, don't get greedy.
Yeah. Don't get greedy.
I've fallen for that many times myself. Okay, male, stop spamming. I think we missed a very sarcastic comment.
We did?
Wait, so Vox, how do you feel about the Switch controllers?
They are pretty shit! Who said that?
Vox,
Oh. I hate them! I hate them with a passion that burns like infinite suns.
so that is a Vox endorsement of the control scheme.
That is a Vox endorsement of burning the Switch version.
Oh, you know what I just realized?
What?
This version of the game doesn't have a pin that allows you to scream.
It does. Probably.
No, because there's no microphone in the controllers.
Okay, isn't it? Huh.
It has a lot of features, but not microphone. That's the PlayStation one.
I wonder how it's supposed to work in here. It was a little unclear before, okay. No, I'm not. I'm fighting a super boss. How do you think it's going, Cheeky? Optional super bosses. They tend to be tough.
Yeah.
There's also something I hate about what they did with the what's called dodge attack. That it is because dodging has been moved to a different button. When the dodge attack runs out, you stop dodging because you stop attacking. Because that one is on the attack button.
Stop attacking!
Yeah, stop attacking and start healing. Ah!
There's something hilarious about Necro just going, laser upwards! Oh wait, healing.
It may be funny to you, but I'm screaming in agony.
Oh, don't worry, I remember how it felt. It sucks.
Yeah.
Been there.
Have you
And
beaten
yet
this
I kinda
boss?
still... I'm fairly sure you played this build because I got tired of playing.
That makes sense.
Either that or I lowered it to easy mode because no. I remember you did the final boss in the other day.
The one that goes beep up, beep up, beat up, beep up.
Yep. I remember that because you refused to lower the difficulty for the longest time despite it driving everyone insane.
It is called stubbornness.
Yep.
And I would have refused to lower the difficulty here as well if it wasn't because we were on a time schedule.
Well, I mean, you managed to skip so many floors that you do have extra time compared to what we planned for.
Today, yeah, but the other days.
Point.
That sucks, because this is the weakest version of this I could muster.
See, that's a point, Aussie, that they could just include a cheap screen protector and you'd have to go through the top of removing it. But they could also include it as an optional thing in the package so that you still apply it yourself, but it's part of the set.
That's a
That
good
way
idea, yeah.
it's... Yeah, because that way you have the option to apply it, or you can go out and buy a better one without having to kill it. I will say though, screen protectors suck putting on, so I would really like just an official one to be there from the start.
Fucking die already. Just die already.
This reminds me of Akiba speed.
I know. That's why I'm doing this. Oh, and then when I miss Neku barely by the controller and he doesn't do the dodge attack, I could get killed from that.
Yeah.
I'd taken a lot of damage. Oh no, it happened again. The thing where it stops attacking and that's why I stopped dodging.
And in the middle of the group of enemies too.
Yep. We need to keep an eye on that.
Is that the wolf bat?
Yeah, that's the wolf badge. It's pretty darn good. I am not trying to. Not this. Got it! Oh! If companies that, yeah, I think I did what you said before is a good idea. Now that I got to look at the chat, I was like, what did I say? Oh right, it was that. You did reply to that. Okay.
Oh, but now we don't get to listen to Twister anymore.
Very nice, phones. Mr. Hanakoma, why you attack? You said you wanted to help me. That day may come sooner than either of us suspect. What? Later, kiddo. Oh, wait. Please wait. What on earth? Was that really him? The day I helped Mr. Hanakoma. What does he want me to do? I did not enjoy that. And with that...
Wait, so does the original game just stop like that?
Yeah, this is where it ends.
What? That's not like a cliffhanger, I guess.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there isn't much of a cliffhanger. The composer saved everyone. They're all back to life. They all hang out together.
Oh yeah, but it's a cliffhanger for this timeline.
Well, no, it isn't. That one wasn't this timeline's Hanakoma. Didn't you pay attention to dialogue?
Yeah.
This Hanakoma called him phones, and Neko was like, "What is that?" Like Hanakoma has never called him that before, so he was confused by that. And then he says, "This is the wrong you." Right, wrong you. I'm here to pick someone else. And remember, the other judge was said he was waiting for someone to pick him up. So Hanakoma,
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But
so where is the cliffhanger?
You might, your help. He's asking for Neku's help, and he says that it might come sooner than you expect.
No,
Then, yeah, you need
Neku
to
is
help me.
asking Hanakoma if he wants his help, and Hanakoma's like, "Huh, you're pretty strong. I might need your help someday," and then leaves off. That's more like a Left Behind of, we could make a sequel someday maybe. Throwaway kind of line more than anything else to me.
I'm just saying, if that was where the game originally ended, I'd be like, okay, what?
Well, technically the
That's
game
it?
doesn't end there because this particular day can be done in any order you want.
Point. You could do this first and then 10 pin, or 10 pin and then this.
Correct. But also, the new day, right?
I love how these are icons.
Yeah, I guess. Remember guys, just write shiny in chat if you want the shiny Carnivine. Also, we just beat an angel, which means that there is another shiny to grab after the Carnivine. Which do you think that should be, Maddie? The Geodude or the Mantike? Everyone's gone away. All that's left in the world is me.
Do I have a coin? How do I not have a coin nearby?
What was that? It just popped into my head. Like some kind of vision. How did I end up back here anyway? And why do I still have this pin? What the hell's going on, man? Pete, what are you doing here? Forget me, yo. What's Rhyme doing? Not here. She was with me 1 minute ago, and now she ain't. I gotta find her. I can't let nothing happen to her. Here we go again. Welcome to the Reavers game, Expert Mode. Say what? Get out of Shibuya, you have 24 hours. Fail and face erasure to Reavers. Gouch! Again, yo? Hey, hey, hey! Ugh! Good one, guys. Your faces are like totes hilla. Come on, it's me, Coco. Remember, like the cutest little Reaper around? So for those of you who don't remember, she was exclusive to the phone game. And she had a microtransaction shop. And that's why you haven't seen her before, because she's not actually in this. She's not actually in the original game, nor in this game before this point. But she still goes in here and like, remember me?
Yeah, surely you played Solo Remix, right? And
Yeah,
wanted to pay?
the phone version, yeah.
So I flipped a coin and it says Geodude first.
Okay. Cool. Don't ring no bells. Are you for reals? Did you like seriously forget about me? That's so rude after everything I've done for you. Straight up, yo, I don't know what you done for us before, but I know what you can do for us now. Tell us what's going on. Well there guys, like let's pause for a sec. First, can we talk about how the Reavers game's back? Like gag of the season? How are you surprised? Because like literally no one told me about it. Even though you're a Reaper. So weird, right? It's like seriously sus. I thought Shibuya was finally back to normal, but no, nope, JK. And now we're experts. Well then, that makes you two like the perfect pair. Mind if I tag along and make it a trio? You bet I mind. What, you really leave a poor powerless little girl like me all alone? Reavers can't fend for themselves. Maybe when we know what's going on, but I'm like totes clueless here. Come on, Neku, Pete, please. Not sure how comfortable I feel walking around with a Reaper. Then again, she seems just as lost as we are. And it's not like we have any other leads. She can come along for now, but I better keep an eye on her. Fine.
I mean, you're also walking around with an ex-Reaper anyway, so...
True. Oh my god, yay! I already feel like a billion times safer knowing we'll be together. Alright, let's do this, phones. Okay, so I remember nothing about how to proceed with this day. This is like the part of the World Ends With You gameplay that I had experienced the least.
Because it requires you to pick up the Switch version.
Exactly, and frick the Switch version so much. Oh.
It's still nice to at least bother to port it to something so that more people could experience it.
I agree. I just really, and they did it right before they announced Neo as well. So, but the DS version is so much better. Hold up, phones. We take a wrong turn or something? I ain't too good with directions, but I'm pretty sure we should have ended up here. We shouldn't have ended. He's right. I know this place like the back of my hand. That's weird. How could you get lost in Shibuya? Aren't you two like experts? This whole situation is like super sketchy, am I right? Yeah, it is sketchy, especially today's mission. True that, man. We've been playing in Shibuya this whole time. Now we're supposed to get out. Don't leave in the arena get you disqualified or something. Sounds like a one-way ticket to game over, yo. Hey, your guess is totes as good as mine. But like, a mission is still a mission, right? Wouldn't it be better to just complete it and see what happens? But what if it's a trap, yo? Maybe we're not supposed to complete this one. Oh, good point. I totes hadn't thought of that, to be honest. Right, they could just be bluffing about the whole eration thing. I ain't falling for some lame-ass Reaper trick. Oh my god, yeah, you tell him, Beat. Either way, we won't solve anything standing around. Let's move. So, honestly, because you come in this late, for context, this game is about a game called the Reaper's Game that people play when they die. Losers gets eliminated forever. Their souls get destroyed. Winners get a second chance at life. The players try to survive the 7 days that the Reaper's Game takes place in, and the Reapers tries to eliminate the players so they can't win. Although this is a bonus chapter, so we don't know how the rules are here, but that's how the rules are supposed to work.
Also, on this day, the map gets all kinds of scrambled up, if I recall correctly.
Oh, it is. Like, Hachiko was usually next to the scramble, but now it's next to Shibuya main store? That's weird. Hey man, call it a hunch. But I'm thinking something is seriously wrong here. That's funny. I've been thinking the same thing. Right, ain't nobody ever said nothing about no expert mode. I'm starting to think we should blow off this mission, yo. Are you like sure that's a good idea though? Like, my Reaper sense is telling me this game is totally the real deal. Plus, you guys can still use your psychs, right? That like literally proves we're not in the RG. Yeah, I guess. Of course, that's like doesn't mean we're in the UD either. We still don't know if the mission's real or not. But you remember what the message said, right? Also, because the RG bait is the real ground, that's where we live. The UG is like the ghost plane. Everyone here is dead. Supposedly. Except Beta and Neku did come back to life before this. So I wonder how confused they might be.
Also, everyone here, everyone we can interact with here are dead. We can still see everyone in the RG.
Oh yeah, that's true. We can see everyone from the real world because we're on the ghost plane, not in a ghost world. So like we can still walk around and see what's on the other plane, but we can't interact with it. But you remember what the message said, right? Fail and face erasure. So we don't got no choice. And what was that vision I had anyway? I know Shibuya inside and out, but I didn't recognize those buildings. Don't tell me someone took my memory again. For the 17th time, that would be frustrating.
That would really suck.
Alright, this is the live version of the soundtrack. One past this wall, then take down these noise. Don't worry, I have my 8 pins on me.
Those are the fancy looking ones that are glitchy.
Oh yeah, they're glitchy. At my level, with these pins, we can't quite go wrong, can we?
No.
I actually think I know why I lost the fight on Ultimate. Now that I think about it, in this game you can adjust your level, and I think I'm level 1 right now on purpose.
Oh.
I think that might be why, because I don't think I ever been that super boss on Ultimate at level 1. I don't think I ever have. Well, clear.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I was close though. That's kind of cool.
He just gave you a milkshake?
Yeah. Also, Hype-chan. I can't hear a thing. It happened again. Another vision. Another what? And who was that? Who was who? Do I know her from somewhere? Hey, don't leave me hanging, yo. Sorry, it's just I had some sort of vision. Oh my god, like a hallucination or something? Wait a sec, Beat. Do you remember that stuffed animal? Which one? Shiki's piggy. Like as in Oink Oink Piggy? No, Mr. Mew. Huh, that's like a seriously weird name for a piggy. Oh, you mean that cat-looking thing? That's the one. I'll explain later, but I got a feeling Shige's back in the game too. So it ain't just you and me this time. Hold up, maybe that means Ryan's playing too. Now that you and me are partners, at least those two are all alone. They could be in mad trouble, phones. We gotta find them. Huh, now that you mention it, I like literally haven't seen any other players around. So weird, right? Sometimes I really want to choke her. Know what I mean?
She's kind of annoying. Oh, look at that.
Look. Oh my god, like, isn't that Shiki and Rhyme? No, that's not Shiki. That's not what she really looks like. Oh my gosh, Neku, what are you doing here? Shiki? Is that really you? Of course it's me, silly. Why would you even ask that? Because you look like Eri. Did you have to give up your appearance again? Yeah, that must be it. I just admire her so much, you know? But that's not why you ended up looking like that. It's not because you admire... It's not? No, it's because you envied her. You said it so yourself. Wow, Neku, you got like such a good memory? Oh yeah, I completely forgot. Whoops. How the hell do you forget something like that? Anyways, how are things going with you two? Got going. Nice. Oh, by the way, Rhyme and I are partners now. Hey Rhyme, look who's here. Rhyme, you ain't heard enough, Anaya? Nope, but thank you for asking, Beat. Yeah, no sweat. Is something the matter? You look like a dying duck in a thunderstorm. Did they take your memories of me again, yo? What the fuck, didn't she, like, literally just say his name? That's not the point. She's acting awful distant toward her brother. Oh, so she doesn't remember that they're related? That's, like, so sad. I got another idea, yo. Rhyme, you got a dream, don't you? Why, of course. A windfall, you know, given from heaven. Well, is that right? Beats me, she never told me. Then why would you ask? Because something ain't right, man. I can feel it. She used to say she had no dreams, and even if she had a dream, I know that ain't it, yo. Relax, I'm just messing with you, big bro. The Reavers must have taken my dream as my entry fee. Right. Let's take back what's ours and come back to life together. Come on, Shigi. We got a mission to complete. Right, better get out of Shibuya before we get erased. Well, good luck, guys. See ya. Maybe I'm the one who's forgetting something? Think they stole your memories again? No, these visions are different. They aren't something I've forgotten. There's something I never knew in the first place. Well, like, no use crying all spilled memories or whatever, right? And who knows, maybe you'll totes remember everything once we get out. Here's to hoping. Is there a wall down here? There's a wall down here.
Hey, it's a normal dude.
Yeah, which is why I know he won't open.
Oh.
Past this wall, take down these monkeys. More fighting. More of these guys. Don't worry, they'll be dead in a second.
Those 3 icons that pop up, those are like challenge icons, right?
Correct. They changes the conditions we're fighting under. Which is also, funny enough, something they added to the World of the New Neo with some special battles.
Hmm. So explains why how we could affect the bottom of the screen.
Yep, I do. Indeed. I still hate these controls, but at least I'm so overleveled that this is not a problem. Objective met, wall clear. Okay, here we go. East. We can't go in and check the concert hall? Oh, too bad.
Oh, the one day they don't allow it.
Oh. Makes sense. They do treat this version of Shibuya as a corridor.
True. It's interesting that the original game for completionists,
Yeah?
which is set to about 130 hours,
Yeah?
Solo Mix is half of that,
That's
at 60
interesting.
hours, and Final Mix is right between the 80.
That's interesting. So why did I get stuck there? Does this guy really open something up? One past this wall, then bring me a rubelite pins. Noise number 97. Got him. Object. He actually did open up. I thought I... Okay, can't ignore the red ones. Got it. Gotta have a look at Shadow Ramen. It's run by Makoto now.
She looks so
Fun fact,
uncomfortable.
his dialogue in this, if you max his friendship, is that you max friendship with Stalkers by buying a bunch of stuff. If you've been here enough times that you're regular, he thinks you're into him. What if he comes by because he's into me? This isn't in the manual. Ah! Thank you. Ugh. I really love all of his dialogue in Shadow Realm. It's just great. Don't tell me you two are players. Looks like the game is afoot once more. Sigh, just when I thought I could finally take a vacation. Well, if it ain't Pinky and Lollipop, you two remember us, don't you? Please, I can barely remember what I had for breakfast. Can we just leave them? I'm so not in the mood right now. Relax, girl. We'll have it erased in a snap. Besides, this is a perfect chance for us to rack up some points. Huh? Since when was he so motivated? Yeah, he usually is never motivated for anything.
Nope. Something ain't right about this.
Nope. Also,
It's this battle again, but now on a single screen.
yep, now on a single screen. And now I can stun lock her. Frick that BS.
She also hardly does damage to.
Huh?
She also hardly does any damage to a special move.
Yep. I am very high level. Oh well, at high level, I'm level 1. But I have very high stats at the moment.
Yeah. The interesting thing about this game, in regards to its graphics,
Yeah?
is that I'm fairly sure this was before AI upscaling really became a thing, so this must have been like actual work that was put into upscaling it.
Yeah? And it looks really good.
It does.
Like, this game looks great. Just too bad the control sucks. Have I mentioned the control sucks?
I think the point came across, yes.
I'm gonna complain about that this whole time. Ooh, now they're both on
clearly
screen, which means I can
playable.
deal both of them damage. I don't think we agree on that.
Oh, is this?
Yeah.
This one I remember being kind of fun.
Oh yeah, it is. And it's really easy to rack up high drops. Like, look at that 4 times 0.8 damage.
We're so close to 5.
Yeah, see, that killed them. I had a feeling it would.
Oh, more money you can't use for anything.
Oh man, I lost to a couple of punks like you. Now I'm never gonna get that promotion. You consider yourself lucky. Promotion is code for more work, like you. Hey, phones, is it just me or is something fishy about these two? So, for those of you who don't know, Uzuki is usually very work motivated and she drags Korea around because he doesn't want to do anything. Their personality seems swapped today.
Yeah.
It's not just you. They're spicy tuna roll level fishy. Like, who are they and what they done with Lollipop and Pinky? I'm like pretty sure this is how they always been. The pink haired lady like hates her job and the Lollipop addict totes loves his. Well, Ain't it the other way around, yo? Oh, for reals? Maybe I had it backwards. We're not like BFFs or anything? Well, if we're done, there's a ball of ramen waiting for me with my name on it. Bye-bye. Hold on, I need to ask you something. Make it quick. Who's running this Reaper game? Psst, who knows? Shouldn't you, I mean, you two being Reapers and all? Don't know what to say, kid. Whoever's up top is keeping us in the dark this time. But hey, I'm sure everything will come to light eventually. So it's a mystery. Keep ragging that brain of yours and maybe you'll solve it later, kid. Well, that didn't get us anywhere. I still know nothing about the GM or the composer for that matter. Who the hell's in charge around here? You sure you don't know nothing about what happened here after we left Pixie Chick? Well, I don't know how to say this, but I left Shibuya like right after you guys won the game. Say what? Yeah, so I know like literally nothing, lol. You're screwing with us or what? There's only one person who definitely knows what's going on here. Joshua. Hello? Is anyone there? Sup, yo? Joshua! Chris kid, let me at him! Whoa, slow down. He's not here, not now at least. I had another vision. I saw him shoot me. Again? You telling me that's the reason you're back in the game? Not sure. Could have just been some kind of flashback. But something about it felt different. Maybe it wasn't one of your memories after all. You think it's got something to do with all the weird stuff that's been going on? Wouldn't surprise me. You said it was a vision, right? What's that all about? It's hard to explain. Images just start popping into my head. I saw these skyscrapers collapsing. That's like totes crazy. Here in Shibuya? No, I remember seeing the government building. Maybe it was Shinjuku? I ain't ever heard nothing about it. That place collapsing, yo. Neither have I, but that's what I saw. That and this girl I'd never seen before. Oh my god, that so sounds like the opening to like a horror movie. Got any ideas what it means? No, but just for mine. How are we supposed to find him though? Ain't he long gone by now? Maybe, but if these visions are his doing, then maybe he's come back. You think he's behind all the weird crap that's going on here too? Won't know unless we ask him ourselves. Aren't you guys like forgetting about something like the mission? We haven't been able to find a way out of Shibuya. But if we track down Joshua, maybe he'll point us in the right direction. I mean, like, I guess, but to be honest, we don't even know if he's here or not. I ain't had no vision or nothing. But my intuition tells me you're onto something, folks. Let's find that pretty punk. So, again, for context, Joshua is some kind of minor deity. So if anyone knows how to get out of here, he does.
Pete needs to stop trying big words.
Oh yeah, he really does. He always gets them wrong.
He's trying.
Yes. What don't you think so?
That comment is like 4 minutes ago, so that's hard to tell.
Oh no, I missed it. Pass the
Yeah.
ball, bring me Rakshaka Tyrant in. What about this guy? Will you let me clear? Oh, he does let me clear. Which means I don't know which way to go. We're going this way? Yo, Joshua! Fancy meeting you here, Joshua.
What?
Joshua! I'm sorry, do you mean me? What? Of course I mean you. Well, please state your business! You know, it's quite uncouth to accost someone out of the blue like that. And another thing, you seem to be mistaken about my name. The proper pronunciation is Yoshia. For my first name, Kiryu is my last. Oh, I haven't explained that before? Well, let me tell you about how much the control sucks. So it's Joshua is not exactly accurate. This isn't the Joshua I know. Yeah, he's even more a whack job than before. Oh my god, what's wrong with him? He's acting like so weird. But that's all it is, acting now. Cut the crap, yo. Did you just curse? Hell yeah, I did. I mean, that ain't important right now. The point is that you can see us, which means you're part of the game too. Just tell us, are you the game master? Game master? Well, I'm no master, but I'm quite proficient with the mouse and the key. We ain't talking about that kind of game, yo. Perhaps I misunderstood. I don't know what you know, man, but I know you know something. And if you don't spit it out, I'ma make you cough it up, yo. Well, they made entirely custom sprites for this version of Joshua, just for the entirely different facial expressions. I really love that they did that. Well, I must say you. That is hey, get back here, yo. Oh my god, he like total stitched you guys? Rude. Hey, Josh, you're here. Wait up. This here seems consistent. Oh, do you want me to fight some noise?
Yo.
Yeah, he wants me to fight some noise.
Out now, man. I don't think so.
I really don't like the glitchy purple noise. They just don't feel right, you know?
I think that's the purpose of them. They're supposed to feel off, just like everything else about this day.
Yeah. It might be to try and make everything feel like a little bit off. Yeah.
I think so. That would be my assumption, at least.
It's a bold move to add new content after so long and choosing to make it with every character's personality completely messed up. Yeah, definitely. But I don't think it's a bad thing, because it intrigues the mystery of what in the world is going on. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the very least, interesting.
Barely remember the story of this game's new chapter.
I only remember the broad strokes.
I don't remember the twist, you know, the actual ending of the reveal. So I'm sitting here like, trying to speculate on it once again.
On what the frick is going on?
Yeah.
Why everyone's personalities is weird?
This is the good thing about playing a game this many years later. After not having thought about it at all.
Yeah, this
I
game...
don't remember a thing.
Well, yeah, this game came out like 10 years after the original game, so yeah, it is a bold move. You two again? Please, you must forgive me, but I'm utterly baffled by your queries. Are you sure you aren't mistaking me for another personage? That is, I strongly doubt I can provide the answers you seek. But if I may be of assistance in another way, then by all means, I would happily lend you my phone or even recite a poem, if you enjoy poetry. Pritzker seriously lost his marbles, yo. It's like he's a completely different person. What? If it's like contagious? We should probably like get out of here ASAP. Actually, as I'm aware, regarding your earlier inquiry, that is, I know someone who may be able to offer some insight. His name is Hanekoma. Hanekoma. Like Mr. H? Hanekoma? I will, yes, certainly. The first letter of his surname is indeed H. That said, I'm unable to recall him ever requesting I use that moniker. I don't know, phones. What if H-Man's just as out of it as Priskit here? In a right? This literally sounds like a total waste of time, lol. Well, that is, shall I give Mr. Hanekoma a call? Sure. Certainly, right, one moment. Hello, Mr. Hanekoma? Yes, hello, this is... Hello, is this the police? I'm being stalked by a weird spiky-haired kid who looks like a spicy tuna roll. And some guy who looks like he swapped clothes with Gooseman from Pokemon. Yes, there's also a pink midget with them. Sorry. Hello, Mr. Hanekoma. Yes, hello, this is Yoshia Kiryu. I apologize for this sudden call. I'm with a young man who seems quite vexed. One moment. Hey, Mr. H? The one and only, so I hear you're quite vexed. What's on your mind, boss? Where do I even begin? Well, don't tell me H-Man's gone off his rocker too. No, he's fine. Listen, Mr. H. Say no more, kid. I think I know what's going on. You and your buddy are having trouble finding your way out of Shibuya, right? How did you? Yeah, he and I both just woke up here. Back in the Rebirth game. The fun never ends, yeah? Yo, H-Man, can you hear me? Gotta tell us what's going on, man. Dude, chill. Your friend sounds eager for answers. Tell them I'm still trying to piece it together, but I know one thing for sure. And what's that? Someone is making some serious mischief. Someone is making some serious mischief in Shibuya. Making mischief in Shibuya? Who the hell's mischief? And what the fuck? Like, who would even do something like that? Let's continue this conversation in person. How about you boys swing by my cafe? We'd love to, Mr. H, but this place is like a maze. Have no fear, phones. I'll guide you to the goal. Call you in a sec. Sure, talk to you soon. How did he know it was me? Did he recognize my voice? Are you like seriously going to meet that creepy old guy? Oh, thank you, Ozzy. Yeah? Okay, but like, how do you know it's not a trap or whatever? Because I know Mr. H. We can trust him. Somebody, anybody. Can anybody hear me? I was so tempted to go, somebody, everybody, anybody, scream! I got squirrels in my pants! Oh, man, I really enjoy Phineas and Ferb. What the? Rhyme? Rhyme, what about her? Huh? Oh, it's nothing. Don't leave me hanging like that, yo! Sorry, it's just I had another vision. A what? Of you and Rhyme. And that's it. What do you mean that's it? Seriously, you were just there. Oh my god, Nico, are you okay? You literally look like you saw like a ghost? Yeah, I'm fine. This is rather awkward, but I believe you may have forgotten I was still present. Which is fine, since I gather Mr. Hanakuma has agreed to assist you. Yes, well, in any case, Oh my god, there he goes again. And without even saying goodbye, yo.
Like a ball from the blue. No? Okay.
Reaper review? Nah.
There's a Reaper for you.
Oh? Well, we're going back to war, and let's see if we can find Cat Cafe. Or the Wildcat? One little scout to do you some good. That? Good choice, Ozzy. Have I got a surprise for you, like a bolt from the blue. It's time for a revenge of the Reaper review. And away we go! Question number 1. Someone switched around the layout of the town. If I want to get to Utagawa, where should I go first? Whatever you say.
So,
Question 2. Import Science has got a new pin for sale, Brain Beam. If I want to use it in combat, how would I go about activating it? Alright, sure. Question 3. Say if I find myself up against noise number 98. To beat one of them on hard, what would I leave behind? Interesting choice. The results are in the Revenge of the Review survey says. Sorry, cannot pass on to. Of course there had to be another one, and it's in the part of the game where I know nothing. Got it. Well, statue.
what's a brute force, or should I look it up?
Should be fine, because I actually know most of these anyways.
Okay, so it's the second one you're unsure.
To the review services. Yeah, it's the second one I'm unsure of. Because we went past the statue of Hachiko when we went to Utagawa, I think.
Yeah, memory is non-existent.
Nope, it's wrong. Okay. Hello there, Silverthorn. Welcome. Well, we can find out real quick, because most of the answers are right here. Heart is oh, it's 98, right? It's a tech type.
Was it 7?
Huh?
Might be 8.
Then it was the pin. What was it called? Something beam?
Brain beam.
Slash Neku.
Okay.
So, Statue of Hachiko. Slash Neku. So it was this one I got wrong. No? What, did I get the number wrong? Yeah, it's number 98.
Yeah, that would be tactile.
Oh, there we go. So it was the first one I got wrong. Dang it.
Ah.
Anyways, we're moving to Tower Records. It's Mr. H. You made it to Tower Records, eh? Heading up west from there. Got it. Mr. H, can I ask you something? Of course. Don't know if I'll be able to answer, but I'd be happy to try. Ask him if you know who the GM is. Dude, quit butting in. And quit taking so long, yo. I'm not sure yet. Frankly, I'm not even sure there is a GM this time. This game's different than any I've seen before. Does that mean Joshua's not the composer this time either? Joshua? Oh, you mean Yoshia? Yeah, Yoshia. Well, let me spin that one back at ya. Did that kid seem like the composer to you? No way. My thoughts exactly. Hey, H-man, what's up with the whole Yoshia thing? Ain't it Joshua? Well, as far as I know. I've never heard of this Joshua, only Yoshia. If that kid is who I think he is, then he probably doesn't know a thing. If he's who you think he is, then he probably won't say a thing. You better not be playing us, yo. I'm just trying to lend you a hand. In any case, you're on the clock, so you better get moving. Mr. H? Yeah? Ever since I came here, I've been having these strange visions. Some of them are just flashbacks, but others show people and places I can't recall. Visions, yeah. If you can't remember what you're seeing, then there's a chance someone's trying to show you something new. But who and how? Don't worry about that for now. The important thing is that you hold on to the memories you have. They're what will help you separate fact from fiction. Right. Oh great, you want me to fight?
Yay.
Free reduction chain? I can do that. Oh, they're all purple?
Oh.
Well, can't complain about that. Purple's cool. It makes sense if it's the purple noise that spawns here.
Don't wuss out now, man.
Oh yeah,
I don't think so.
that's a purple noise.
Have some more.
I really need to kill these rhinos before they
No problem.
yeah, exactly.
That makes sense, yeah.
Come on.
Mostly because they are very defensive enemies, and we are in a situation where the things might split into more enemies. I don't want to be stuck with infinite rhinos.
That would suck.
Exactly. You see, they just spawned a new wolf in.
These are not perfect.
Nope, these are the black noise. I guess there's more taboo to go around.
Have some more.
This looks less like a battle than just one of those galleries where you hop, hop, hop.
Oh?
You know, at carnivals?
Oh, like one of those. Yeah, I get it.
Oh, shooting no.
Yeah, shooting gallery, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think so. Come and get it.
Can you guys die, please? Oh, new one spawned in.
Lame. Gotcha, lame.
It's an infinite stream.
Get out.
An infinite stream, you're saying? Please don't even
I mean,
joke about that.
Oh, it's spinning out, it's spinning out.
It was spinning out, but then a few more came in.
Couldn't you just use your sync?
Yeah, I could, but it's just a free reduction chain. If I see more rhinos, I want to use my sync.
Yeah, that checks out. Forgot about the reduction.
Yeah.
I ain't done yet.
Restore sync rate. split.
Only... Oh, actually, that's 2 rhinos. Screw this. So yeah, if you take anything away from this stream is that you should play the DS version if you ever pick it up.
If you can afford to pick it up.
That is a good point. Game's a little bit rare these days, isn't it?
It wasn't even on the eShop, was it?
No, it wasn't on the eShop.
That's a weird choice.
Would have been cool if it was on the eShop, yeah. Sadly, no. Oh, another one.
Watch yourself. I don't think so. Come and get it.
I'm gonna kill these 2 rhinos before they split off again.
At least health doesn't seem to be an issue.
No, it isn't. But the controls sure as hell are. You know what? I'm tired of this. Let's just end it. Now that this is the final reduction anyways. Oh wow, I'm stuck with that. Okay.
Let's start it up. No, let's end it. Easy. Hell yeah, that was tough.
All clear. Yes. Take it. Hey, big bro. Nick, you made any progress with the mission? We're getting somewhere, I guess. Yeah. Not bad, but you better not slack off, otherwise I might beat you to the goal. Gotta get back to my old self and achieve my dream of becoming a fashion designer. That like toad sounds like a real shiki, doesn't it? It does. And I gotta take back my dream too, whatever it was. Why the long face beat? You don't still think I'm a fake, do you? Nah, it ain't like that, yo. I'm just confused is all. You just took your memories of me once before. I just can't remember if this is how it felt. That's too bad. I don't feel any less real than you. If only there was some way I could prove to you it's me. Pete, look out! No! It came true. My vision came true. What the hell, man? Oh my god, watch out, Pete. That noise is like totes dangerous. Here it comes.
Don't wuss out now, man.
That's a lot of shark.
I don't think so.
It sure is.
Just as annoying this version as in Neo.
Oh, they are
Damage them while
annoying.
they're under. You can at least damage them while they're...
No,
like-
they can go completely under if they want to. See that one over there.
Oh, so they can do the same thing. Gotcha.
Damn it. Damn it. What? Damn it. You alright? I don't think so.
That was a little annoying having to deal in the middle of everything. But hey, it's fine.
You know what I'm realizing about this version?
What?
Is it doesn't have the upper screen, that also means it doesn't have the cool billboard that changes depending on what brand is currently popular.
Yeah, it doesn't.
That would explain why I didn't notice it in this game.
Yeah. It does, doesn't it?
Come and get it. What? Slip this.
There we go. I think that should be enough to take it out.
Let's start it up. No, let's end it.
Please kill them.
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh, the boss is still here. I thought that would take it as well.
No, the one still has its entire green bar. Well, now, since I started saying it, you started to have it to the green bar. But you know.
I wasn't really doing much. I thought I won. I was standing still for a moment. And great, now it's on there.
That right there is not a support yell.
No, this here is not a blow high.
No.
Blow high is good. This here is not good. But it is dying.
That part is good.
And this boss is actually kind of tough on ultimate. Did you see I almost lost all my health a couple times?
Yep.
That was nothing.
Bling.
She once proved she was real so bad that she gave her life to save mine, just like before.
Huh?
Wait, where's Shiki? Well, he had like literally 7 minutes after Rhyme got erased. And that was like way longer than 7 minutes ago. Which means she's gone. Oh my god, that is like legit tragic. You like totes don't want that to happen to you, do you? To be honest, you guys need to like seriously finish this mission and get out of here. Maybe she's right, yo. Wait. Everything played out exactly like it did in my vision. Rhyme pushed Speed out of the way and got erased by the noise. Maybe what I saw wasn't a glimpse of the past, but a look into the future. All these visions I've been having might actually be previews of what's to come. But does that mean Just was going to kill me again? Hello, like after Neku? Come on, we gotta go find Mr. H. Seriously? That old guy is like literally shady as fuck. I mean, his beard just screams sketch. Are you like sure you can trust him? Positive, I trust him more than anyone. Sigh. Well, I don't say I didn't tell you so or what else.
I mean, I think we can trust him more than you, Miss Pastel Collar. When you have a complete collection.
Yep.
Bring me this.
Oh, that just happened?
What happened?
Didn't you see the entire screen glitching?
I will in a moment then.
The fight through the forward.
I blinked. I literally blinked. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh. Interesting.
Yeah, right? Well, forward reduction chain, here we go.
Watch yourself.
Also just the fact that all of these enemies are glitchy and then the screen has the
Yeah, right?
static thing. Something's not right about reality.
No? You think so? With all the characters acting weird and stuff? Nah, it all seems normal to me.
Like, I have two guesses. The problem is, it can be a few things, right?
Okay?
It could be another alternate timeline that Neku got transported to, other than it would probably also be beat. Or it could be a fake reality, that like a pocket dimension they were thrown into. I honestly don't remember what the twist is here.
Interesting.
I'm curious.
Of course, this day's boss is one that also results in me giving away a shiny.
Oh, yeah.
Again, to remind people, just write shiny in chat if you want one. Carnivine is currently up for grabs.
The only requirement is that you need to have Legends Arceus, because that's where it can come from.
Yep, basically.
Yay.
I still think it's silly that they still transform into their silhouette forms in this version.
True.
What were you thinking?
I was just thinking, does it have to be like this argument for all of them? Some of them can be transferred into BDSP, right? But that's extra work, I guess.
They can.
Oh, they can?
I guess Mantag technically can. Maybe. No, it can't.
Geodude should be able to, right?
What? The thing is, there's no Geodude is not in the Sword and Shield. First and foremost.
I said BDSP.
Oh, BDSP. Oh, that is entirely possible. I could transform it into BDSP. No, BDSP came out first, so I'm pretty sure they don't do like that. The backwards compatibility issue.
I can double check. It's just if that is what's keeping people from claiming it, it would be nice to have the option.
That is true. Then again, no, I can't do that because I don't have home on my stream account.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that.
So they are literally stuck in
you
the
can't. Yeah, that's the point. Yeah, then you'd need to trade it over to me so I could move it into home so I could move it over to my BDSP so I could trade it back to you.
Silverthorn wants one.
Hey!
Okay, we're gonna need to finish this fight first because we're on the same console, so we have to actually shut down the game to turn on the other one.
Right. Oh, hey, you're gonna be able to. You're gonna use your BR back screen again, right?
Not really.
Oh, okay. I thought you didn't want to show the console menu.
I'm not showing the console menu.
Oh, okay. You're just. Gotcha.
Yeah. I really like this music. It's great.
What song is this?
I don't remember what it's called, but it's good.
Oh, it's this one.
I don't think so.
Wow, something actually survived that attack. Impressive. Nice.
Gotcha. Like it? I don't think so. Slam. Take this. Shred
I
this.
feel like these annoyances, what's called, spawn quicker than I can kill them. There we go. Everything being jellyfish is annoying.
You really have to wait for
Hell yeah.
that counter
That
to.
was tight.
Wow.
And there we go. Okay. Button. Go.
Does it save after each battle?
It does.
Okay. It's been so long since I played it.
Auto saving is nice.
Yeah. How old is the Switch by now?
It's old.
(2017)?
Yeah. It's been a while.
Damn. No wonder it feels like ages.
Okay, so owning a physical game does require me to swap the physical game, I realize. Oopsie daisy. It is. It is. Someone's getting a shiny Carnivine.
We're probably due for a new Nintendo console soon, aren't we?
That's what people are saying.
Huh. It better be backwards compatible. It would be bad business to not make it backwards compatible. Well, I did say them Geodude next, but sure, man, why not?
Oh.
It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter, really, right?
I forgot that was already visible. Okay, so the current code is...
That's probably not a good idea.
You think so?
I'd assume a lot of people would do that.
Well, you said a Cirrus better be quick then. I thought
Then again, it's Legends Arceus. How many people trade regularly on this game?
Yeah, that is also a point.
Speak of missed opportunities, why did this game not get proper DLC?
Good question. I mean, it did get something.
It got a patch with a title, which just made it sound like it would, which actually made it sound like it was going to get either more patches for more content or DLC. Such a Game Freak.
Sarah, is that your Silverthorn?
I mean, otherwise this person came first, right?
That is true.
Then be the rules.
Then be the rules.
Oh, cool.
Cool. Shiny Carnivine, here we go. I'm running out of shinies, guys. How dare you take them all from me?
Oh no, you're actually getting to the point where you're doing the thing you needed to or wanted to.
Yeah.
How terrible.
How terrible indeed.
This animation is still so ridiculous.
I know, right? How is this less advanced than the link cable?
If anything, they invented the rocket ship before anything.
Since I'm here, anyone want the shiny Mantike while we're still in the game? Since we did beat the angel.
You should probably change the code, right?
I'm gonna
Because
set
right
up
now
a
you're
new.
just-
I'm gonna set up a new code for it.
Okay, good.
The code for the shiny Mantike is.
Oh, Ozzy's
Aussie's on
chiming
it.
in.
5858025880. No, okay. 58580258.
Ooh,
I think that's Aussie.
it looks like it.
Here comes the shiny Mantike.
Hold up.
With that, we are actually out of things to go away for now until I beat the next boss. We actually caught up.
Yay.
Ooh. What is it with my with people in my chat and sending me shinies back? I'm not complaining, but Kusima? I like that. Definitely gonna use that.
I promised you a shiny route at one point, didn't I?
Oh, you did.
I think I bred near perfect ones for you that was shiny. I forget if we ever traded them over though.
Don't think we did.
I spent so much time on that. We should get that moved at some point.
But this here is awesome.
Why, of course. It just reminded me of the old project that I forgot about.
Oh, look at it twirl.
It do be twirling.
With that, there's only the why am I trying to use my Joy-Con? With that, there's only the Geodude left. My pleasure. I'm thinking the last shiny that's gonna be given away, the Geodude, happens after we done everything else. I think. Like after we read the secret reports, then whoever is still here by then can grab it.
I was actually thinking to give more time. Maybe you should do it, but if you do the boss first and then the secret reports as the very last thing, then you can have the entire secret report thing being when people can claim the last one.
That is a point. That is a point.
I mean, just my thoughts. That's a good question, Silverthorn. How many traits do you think fail because the Pokeball blows up in transit? That, considering, yeah.
So that's why they started using the newer models. That makes sense. At least 8.
At least.
I guess we can allow people to stick claim to it during the entirety of the read of the secret reports. I just think it would be an awkward place to have to swap.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I didn't think of that. Just roll with your plan. You got this.
We got this.
Feels so empty without the graphic up there.
Well, then I better hurry up and beat that boss.
Maybe I should have made you an extra graphic for this nothing.
It's fine.
Hindsight is 2020.
One past this wall, can fight through a full reduction chain battle. Don't.
Didn't you already do that?
6-minute wall clear. I did.
Oh, right.
More of the glitching. Okay, he wasn't there before. Siren. Nice. Any reason why? All the noise in this area?
Yeah, it's like being back in Port Tower City.
Sure is. That better be a majority of it. Okay, this is gonna take a moment.
Watch yourself. I don't think so. Get out! Lame. Have some more. Get out!
like a siren is a sea creature, but siren since you're Syreni.
Oh, that's so sweet. Named it after me. That's a good choice. You have good taste. Said the non-egomaniac.
You should be able to nickname it despite it being a trait. I thought they changed that, didn't
They
they?
changed that in Sword and Shield, and that should be solid going forward. So you should be able to change the name.
Unless I don't think they removed it specifically in Legend Arceus, did you?
Hopefully not. That would suck.
That would really suck.
Yeah, right?
But it would also not be unheard of for Game Freak to take two
But
steps
to be fair,
backwards
Ozzy has been
after-
playing Pokemon since X and Y. No, Black and White. So it might also just be because they're assuming the legacy feature is still there. Try and change his name. When it comes to traded Pokemon, you can change the name once.
What?
Once. Yeah, that's the change.
Why? What?
Who's next?
So they semi-unlocked it?
Yeah.
You're good as
The option isn't there. Well, that sucks.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Well, it has the nickname in
Now,
Spirit.
now I regret that I didn't nickname any of them. I thought people could nickname them on their own.
Yeah.
That is unfortunate. I will remember that going forward.
No, let's end it. Easy.
I thought that this feature would stay.
Watch yourself.
It wasn't to doubt your knowledge. I just thought it might be. I don't know what I would have called it though.
It's also not entirely correct about Sword Shield. You could only nickname it if it hadn't already been nicknamed, but then that would be permanent.
That's still something. Well, I hope you like the man type regardless of nickname ability.
I never understood why everything was so frustrating.
Oh, back in the
I
day,
understand.
back in the day was because people might nickname something "fuck you" or "you stink" and then send it over.
That's what you're saying is an argument for why you should be able to rename it.
No, because they were like, oh, but what if someone sends over the hunter to get it evolved into Gengar, so then someone nicknames it "you suck." So it's to prevent that.
I was fairly sure the original intent was that it's because this Pokemon belonged to someone. It was nicknamed. It has a personality, and that gets traded with it. You get the history of this Pokemon.
That's still a great choice, Ozzy. Just waiting on that.
Kind of dumb you can't skip that.
That's what it is.
It's done.
There's a lot of things that are dumb about this particular port.
I mean, I'm fairly sure that thing is also something that's carried in from solo remakes.
Probably.
Open up your senses.
There's two stragglers.
I did see
Four.
them. I just had a feeling that if I go here, I can see more, and the more I can grab in a single set, the faster we get through it.
That makes sense.
There really was 10 here? God dang.
Don't wuss out now, man. I don't think so. Come on. Punk. Lame.
It's too bad I'm not getting stronger since I'm already, maxed everything.
Yeah. So hey, you're getting a bunch of drops you're not using for anything.
Yeah, at least it's money.
That you don't need.
Just
Understood. Do you have everything in this version?
no, just almost everything. But I already have like 2 million, so like I should be covered.
Yeah, I'd assume so.
Let's take these guys out. All of these Reapers are super glitchy, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's interesting because Uzuki and Yashiro, Joshua, Rhyme, Shiki, they were not what's called glitchy.
No, well, the personalities seem to be.
That is a point. Oh, he's still alive. I thought I killed him.
That Raven Ball actually deals a decent amount of damage on you.
It does. Not that I care too much. But just let it do whatever it wants.
Watch yourself. I don't think so. Let's start it up. No,
I should kill most of these. I'm just gonna walk over and talk to him, and hopefully he'll just be like, yeah, you did finish all of them, or we'll have to go look around again.
I mean, there is a risk that there might be one in the lower left corner or upper left corner.
Yeah, but it's probably quicker to just go over and ask him
At this point, yeah.
than it is to like check every corner.
I don't think so. Take this. Flame. Take this. Come on. Slam.
These minks are going down pretty quick. I say and then the other one spawns in.
I don't think so.
I hate when they do that because they don't take damage while they're doing that. Especially when I know in a few moments it's gonna split again. Absolutely.
Get out. Have some more. Take this.
Finally. Okay, one more to go.
Nice.
Oh my bad, 0 to go because it's not gonna survive this. Or if it does, I'd be very impressed.
Let's start it up. No, let's end it. I ain't done yet.
I do like the idea of gimmick battles like this, and I do kind of wish the original game had some of this stuff.
Yeah, again, modding.
Yeah.
Might be
Modding,
nice if
these
someone got on
modding
that.
these parts of the games into the original, I'm down for that.
It's... If only. If only.
Hey, you're pretty decent at programming.
Web development.
Yeah, potato potato. I mean, if you're stubborn enough, it is potato potato.
I mean, it should technically be... If you have a program so you can reverse engineer it, it should not be too bad. But then there's the whole importing graphics into the engine, and I don't know.
Mr. H? Hey boys, glad I didn't lead you astray. And this young lady would be... like only the most precious and petite Reaper in the whole wide world, Coco? A Reaper, huh? I'm not just any Reaper, like literally the cutest. Anyway, let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. I suppose you boys want to know what's going on here. Or maybe more importantly, what the hell here is. Whoa, you're already losing me, H-man. Too heady for your kiddo. Hell no, just spill it, yo. As you wish, you see Shibuya. It's actually a noise. What? Huh? Shibuya, like, what part of it? All of it. The entire city, everything around you is one giant noise. Hey, phones.
Noise, isn't it?
What? You get what he's saying, yo? More or less? Damn, cause I sure as hell don't. Ain't no way the whole city could be a noise, right? Am I right? Like, that sounds so unbelievable. Like, lol, who could even make an enormous noise like that? A Reaper, and a pretty powerful one at that. But since when can they recreate an entire city? They can't, at least not your run-of-the-mill Reapers. I never met one capable of such an impressive feat. Until today, that is. No. Huh? No way. What, you didn't think you could fool me, did ya? Hold up, you're saying she's mischief? And all of the people and places we've seen were just part of your illusion? Got anything to say for yourself, young lady? All I can say is, like, you're a real pain in the ass. Like, I thought something was up since you weren't acting like I wanted you to. But I guess that's cause the real you was like actually interfering from the outside. This whole time you was lying to us? You tricked us, yo! Duh. Sad. Like, literally all you had to do was find the exit. And where would that have led them? Ha! Like I told you, Fuzzface? Well then I'm just gonna have to make you tell me. Oh, I'm so scared, LMAO JK. Besides, you literally couldn't do anything even if you tried. That body of yours is like just part of the noise. I like tried to do things the easy way, but lol, nope. And now you like tilts left me no choice but to drag you back into the UG. More noise. And they look tough, yo. You know, for some pixie chicks goons. Well, boys, I've done all I can. The rest is up to you. Just shut down the source of the noise and everything will be back to normal. Don't you like ever know when to STFU? Just like get the fuck off already! Don't worry, Mistakes, we got this. Yeah, let's do this, phones. I told you that Sprite was official.
Damn it.
And here we go. The final boss of the game.
Ready for a beatdown? I don't think so.
I didn't win the bid.
What bet? Oh,
On the
you were
DS
bidding.
copy.
That's too bad.
I even went above what I actually wanted to pay, and it's like, nope, this ain't happening.
Dang. Well, it is a good game.
It is.
Oh, great. Enemies. Overlap rather small fries.
Guess I could do a US copy. That's just about the same anyway when you include import text. Oh well. Anyway. Yay, it's your favorite boss! It's an interesting twist that the entire city going on.
It's one big noise.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so messed up. It's not the real city.
Yep. It's because everyone paid all those microtransactions. It makes her so powerful.
No, I can believe that. She's a character that exists that came into existence for no good reason, but ended up as part of the plot anyways. It's very interesting in that regard.
I mean, honestly, if I was a game developer that was forced to have a character for a shop like that, and I then got an opportunity to actually use use that character for something, since the company was like, we need more content, I'd also really use the assets, because why not? It's already there.
That makes sense, yeah.
Especially if it's a decent character design.
Do you think this is a decent character design?
I mean, it's alright. Visually, I think it works for what they're trying to portray.
I think she's a fan favorite in Japan.
That doesn't surprise me.
She plays a major role in Neo as well. We will be playing Neo on this channel eventually, guys. I'm thinking at either my 500 or 1000 sub special. We'll find out.
Yeah. Meanwhile, sign in a month from now when we play solo remix. I'm kidding.
I refuse to play solo remix.
How would you even do? I guess you'd have to use a phone emulator.
That is correct.
Which that is technically legal as long as you buy the game.
True. And I bought the game, alright.
I kind of wanted to, but it stopped being available for modern phones 2 years ago, apparently.
I don't think so.
Yeah. That's just how it is.
Yeah, the only way to do it now would be to, again, emulate an old phone and then go onto the Play Store and buy it there. I'm not sure I trust emulators enough to not snatch all my personal information.
Yeah.
So
Understandable.
yeah, no, not gonna do that. There's so much. And we be taking beating. It's an interesting imagery they chose for the noise.
It's a pure noise?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Let's end it. End it with a fusion attack. That feels appropriate, right?
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Yeah, I stand by that. And it was all by the power of friendship.
Let's start it up. No, let's end it.
Power of 3.9 friendship. Nice.
I know, right?
Noise, isn't it?
Noise, isn't it?
You call that a
Still love that short store clerk's voice line.
Also fitting voice lines for the fusion move at the end.
Yeah. Let's end it. Whoa, where are we, yo? Looks like Uragawa. Wasn't we just at H-Man's Cafe? And what's Pixie Chick still doing here? Ow. Now that we erased the noise, I think we're finally back to reality. Hello? Neku? Neku, it's Shiki. Are you okay? Me, yeah, I'm fine. What a relief. One of Mr. Mew's seams ripped, and I got this feeling something terrible was about to happen. Nope, just another day in the RG. Okay, sorry for freaking out. Speaking of Mr. Mew, I gotta buy some stuff to stitch him up tomorrow. Wanna come with? Sure, why not? Great, I'll text you later then. Talk to you soon. Sounds good. Hey phones, is it alright if I make a call too? Finally, I know patience is a virtue, but all that waiting left me worried sick. Rhyme, is that really you? Beat, yeah, of course it's me. Are you okay? Rhyme, you're alive. I thought you were gone, yo. I could say the same to you. Where'd you disappear to? My bad, something just came up is all. No big deal, I'm still shopping anyway. Want to join me? You bet, sit tight, I'll be there in a sec, yo. Okay, meet me at the park, see ya. Booyaka, we did it, yo! Sure did. I'm just glad stuff's back to normal. Hey, what do we do with the pixie chick, yo? We can't just leave her, can we? Yo, look out!
Oh, is she angry?
To be fair, since this is a game about this game is all about the afterlife, death can happen and a character can come back. It's fine. Just so people know, that's Shinjuku, not Shibuya. It's a different town. Here's Hype-chan. Too late. It's all over. Looks like Shinjuku got erased. So it would seem. Never thought we'd see an actual inversion occur. And so close to home at that. Right in our own backyard. Pretty unsettling to have noise popping up in the RG. And then there's the girl. She must be the one responsible for Neko's visions? You mean those teasers? Ha ha ha, meta joke. Yes, he must have synced up with her somehow. She may have even lent him a hand. How fortunate she managed to escape erasure. Clearly she's something special. And let's not forget our little Reaper friend. We got some crazy cats headed our way. Which makes this the calm before the storm. There's no telling what will become of Shibuya, but I suppose that's their problem, not ours. What about Neku? He served his purpose, but I don't need him anymore. Speak for yourself, nerd. The game like literally can't go on without Neku. Like maybe you don't need him, but I totes do. And if he's like even gonna stand a chance, he's totes gonna need a set a strong partner. If those goons are so thirsty for a fight, that they can like come here and get wrecked like the noobs they are. There's like no way we're gonna lose.
Oh.
And that is the end of a new day.
I forgot that.
Which reminds me. And this here is the image that haunted the fandom for years.
So... No, I can't ask that.
What do you want to ask?
It might be Neo spoilers, so...
I can just refuse to answer.
Okay. The entire destruction of the other city, that ever like explained flashback to anything?
Oh, it is.
Okay.
Okay, so
Because otherwise I would said, why didn't they make that like an in-between, a spin-off game? But okay, if it's explained to Neo, then never mind.
They actually do want to make a game that is set in Shinjuku during that time.
Oh.
It's not necessarily happening, but they do want to. I also just realized we never saw the secret ending that you get after unlocking all the secret reports. So I'm thinking we're doing that real quick, but I'm going down to easy so we can get there really quickly.
Yep. That's beating the final boss.
Yeah, that's beating the final boss, yeah. Neo is a sequel.
Yeah.
Neo, The World Ends You is poorly titled. I think it's really, really badly titled because if it was up to me, I would just have called it The World Ends You 2. Because that's what it is!
Yeah. Yeah, and also putting it like that new the world into you just makes it sound like it's trying to fit in with the moniker that Nintendo has said with new Super Mario Brothers.
It
where
also-
it's because it's
It also doesn't sound like a sequel. It sounds like as Ozzy put it sounds like a remake, or
or
like
a prequel.
or a prequel, or a reboot, or something. Neo is one of the best video games that has come out in modern times, and I stand by that. It is my second
Says
favorite.
the-
It's my second favorite video game of all time, with The World Ends With You on DS being my favorite. So yeah,
Vox might be a bit biased.
hey, the game is great, okay? And we are gonna get around to playing it at some point at either my 500 or 1000 sub special. I plan to making that a shiny giveaway too. Also, we just beat that boss.
You'll need to catch more shinies then.
We just beat
Oh,
that
look
boss.
who it
so
is.
I might as well put this up, although I still think it's better to wait till we're done
Hmm.
with throwing that out there. Yeah, we already seen this. I need to beat her to get to the final boss. In fact, there are 4 bosses to beat before we get to see the final boss. And a little bit of cutscenes.
Yeah, at least there's a skip button that works really efficiently.
Yeah, that skip button is something you also have in the DS version, but it unlocks after you beat the game, which
That makes sense.
I think is fair.
Yeah.
In all fairness, so if you
It's a bit annoying if you're doing it on a replay on a game because you had to replace it, but
Yeah.
it's fair. It's fair.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, see you, Ozzy.
See ya, Ozzy. Glad you came by.
Thanks for joining.
See, this is why I put it to easy.
Yeah, I can see why.
Yeah, it takes like no time to get through here.
Have some more.
And victory is ours. Since it's just to grab the secret ending, I feel like this is appropriate.
Victory. Was there even a battle?
Oh. I mean, not really, I guess. This also works out pretty well for me because the easy pin you get from the final boss is one of the few I still lack.
Oh. It is a good but weird game. It has its moments.
It is a really good game, but yeah, it is weird. But in a fun kind of way. There is a lot of cutscenes on this day, isn't there?
There it is.
But yeah. You were asking how the heck Sho is in Neo? And
Yeah, I see now that he was resurrected from I was about to say the other side, but I don't know where Reapers would go. From the noise plane?
no, I believe that souls are destroyed, but Sho did something with that ritual of his. That
Yeah, he was part taboo.
yeah. And what he did was that he kamikazed himself into Joshua, and then revived himself via the sigil. So I assume
Yeah.
that by recreating the sigil, since I'd assume nothing changed when Joshua killed him or erased him. If you think about it, if nothing changed, then that means that sigil should be able to reactivate him, right? If someone redid it, because all the conditions were there already. So I think I think it basically worked because Sho had already prepared himself for revival once. That makes sense, right?
I'm trying to wrap my head around how that makes sense for a revival afterwards, but like the first time makes sense because he is the sacrifice. But how does I guess the noise plane remembers?
It's not a sacrifice. Per se, he didn't sacrifice himself to revive himself. He planned to revive himself because it would make him stronger.
Yeah?
Yeah,
That still required him to give up his form.
that is true. But Joshua
he
destroyed
got-
his form.
Yeah, he got erased so that he could come back as part taboo.
Yeah, and then he got raised again.
Yeah, but that's still
Assuming Sho did all the prep work the first time around, and assuming that that those qualities were still within his body when he died the second, or got erased the second time, then it's just a question about redoing the sigil, because all the conditions are already met.
that would mean a part of him still exists somewhere so that it can be revived.
That is true, but that must be true if he had already done, if he had already met the conditions for that the first time, and if those conditions were still to be met the second time.
Oh yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He got revived from the noise plane then, right?
I don't think he got revived from the noise plane. I think it's similar to what happened with Rhyme. Remember Hanakoma grabbed her soul and turned her into a noise?
Yeah, how do you do that?
I don't know. Hanakoma is an angel, so he's like very far up the scale of her power.
I guess there is somewhere the soul goes that we are not privy to.
I mean, the soul scatters and is destroyed when you are raised. That much is a fact. Oblivion. It is death after death. But I guess it takes a moment for the soul to be destroyed, which gives you a chance to do something and revive, right?
Mm-hmm. That would then mean that when Sho did it the first time, his soul fragments would have gathered on the sigil, which would then have revived him, right?
Yes.
That doesn't make sense for the second time. Unless, I guess his body was still there, where he was. I guess he didn't actually get erased.
But he also, but also the sigils are now on his body. So I do wonder if that keeps him sustainable long enough for someone else to revive him. It also, if you think about it, a new day happens very shortly after the final day, so it's not that far apart.
Yeah.
We'll have a look at that. It's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a good but weird game.
Final boss where?
This is not the final boss. This is not even my final form, remember?
Point.
Here's the final boss. The one with the 6 heads?
Yep.
You're good as gone. Right behind you.
I still like this animation.
It looks so cheesy here. That's just because there's two cheeky ones.
Yep.
What do you think?
Now all 3 of them is helping.
And alright, we need the Powerpuff Girl animation first.
Nope, we don't.
Ah, skip.
That's how it's done.
We already had that, but I didn't have it in the Noisepedia that this is what it drops.
Ah.
Dice. No, this is not it. Keep going, keep going. He gets his memories back. Joshua asked Neku for a final game. And Neku gets shot. Again.
Phew.
Joshua really likes shooting Neku. It's just for free time.
Everyone likes to shoot Neku.
Yeah.
He's this game's target dummy.
Well. Let's run away.
Yay.
Because I'm afraid of skipping this cutscene in case that it goes into the secret ending.
That makes sense. Then we also get the HD versions of these
Pictures, yeah.
images.
And the final remix version of the ending credits, which is an entirely different song.
My preferred one.
They are both good, to be fair. I like Lullaby for You as well.
I think I prefer this one because it makes me think of you, to be honest.
Aww, that's so sweet.
Alphabet, you don't want to break Neko's stick body.
Oh, it does look like he's about to break it, yeah?
It really does.
You have 7 days. Yeah, and this is the 7th. We did it in 7 days.
Wow. Thematically fitting.
Yeah, I know, right? That's also why I changed the name of the what is called this stream series.
Yeah.
I originally called it episodes, now they're called days. 7 days bargain.
It's a nice and casual outfit Shiki has.
Yeah, it is, right? I like it. But it's also, as you said, the least thing we can do as streamers is to showcase the people who were behind the games they made.
Yep. Technically, a new team was in part behind this one, so...
Exactly. So what do you think about Koko Atarashi? As a character?
Oh, the Reaper.
Yeah?
I mean, he clearly paid to win. I hope that her motives for what she was doing here gets cleared up in Neo, because it's...
They are. This entire segment is like, we want to set you up for the sequel, whoop whoop.
Good, good. Because otherwise it's just another moment of, you're not explaining anything! And the only thing I can say about that is, please don't pull a Kingdom Hearts.
They don't. Neo is a very satisfying game.
Good, good.
Oh, this freaking contrast piece. Oh my god.
20 seconds behind, I'll get there. Oh, you mean when she goes non-instrumental?
Yeah, that's the contrast piece.
Yeah. It's also, I know that's not technically a music term, but it's also a really nice tension builder for a song. It's like the music is holding its breath for a moment, while
Yeah.
the vocalist just gets to do her thing.
Yeah. I think that's really cool.
This video is gonna get hit, isn't it?
Probably. the previous one did.
Ah,
On
oh,
Lullaby
you
for You.
too.
Yeah, it happens. Can't do much about it. At least I don't get paid for this as it is, so... I'm not a big enough
Yeah.
YouTuber to get paid. Oh, Silverthorn, shots have been fired. But I agree.
Yeah, yeah. I don't understand why Pokemon decided to go with Ed Sheeran for their game. It's such a weirdly... At least for me personally, it pulled me completely out of the immersion. It's like, what? A real singer in my Pokemon game?
But yeah, the Wildlands View has a very coherent musical feel to it.
Yeah.
So there's no way they would make an end credits that wouldn't feel appropriate.
Agreed. I guess we can... Masayoshi Umetsu, the sound designer. I guess that's not the music, that's the sound effect, isn't it?
Probably,
Which is
yeah.
also good.
That's the true ending, guys. The widescreen of them.
No. This mess is gonna have repercussions upstairs. But hey, at least things are back to normal, right? What? You seem down. Hey, it's their world. They get to decide what to do with it. We just... Some folks just don't take no for an answer.
You with us now?
Yep, I'm just looking at your screen like, and then they went with a Kingdom Hearts style end screen.
Supposedly, Ed Sheeran said in interviews that some of the old Pokemon games got him through some of his tours, and someone decided, oh, to heck with it, let's work. Actually, I can respect that. Looking
Yeah,
at
that makes sense.
an artist, be like, they are a huge fan. You know what? Let's do this. That's really cool.
True. When it's not just because, oh, it's popular, let's do it. If there's actual good reason like that, I agree.
That's cool for on a meta level, but it's still like the song doesn't feel like it fits in.
No, it still pulls a
It's
bit
not
on the
it's not a
immersion,
bad
which is a shame.
song. It's not a bad song. It's just that it. But yeah,
I wonder if it would have worked better if there wasn't lyrics.
possibly.
Since there's no voice acting or anything in Pokemon, but that's a different game, a different question.
But yeah,
And now for rating times.
yep. As is common knowledge, these reports were written by Hanakuma, by the way. As is common knowledge, all games in the UG takes place under our supervision. However, this particular game is saddled with a nigh unbelievable set of extenuating circumstances, catching the attention of the higher plane. Thus, I shall be taking a more hands-on role this time, as detailed in this report. The core differences in this game are as follows. Number 1, its role in Plants vs. Shiburi's destruction. 2, the composer's absence from the UG. 3, the resulting limitation to his powers. And 4, the game being played by a proxy. The composer has informed me of 2 major points, that he plans to destroy the UG, but also that his final decision will hinge on the outcome of his game with the conductor. A provisional rule for this game requires the composer to vacate the underground. Also, so you guys know, this is the SIG report for day 1. Each of the reports were written at the day that they are matched with. That's just so that you guys know what timeline we're thinking about whenever we read one of these.
Also, they're written on the day.
Yeah. It is unprecedented for the composer to be absent during a game. I cannot predict what effect it may have. Furthermore, the composer must lower the frequency of his vibe to travel from the UG to the RG, inevitably curtailing his abilities. This makes investigating the conductor and his strategy incredibly difficult, as the composer is still the only one who knows who and what I am. It means lingering in the UG to offer reports carries a lethal risk. The greatest randomizer in the current game is the use of a handpicked proxy to compete against the conductor in the composer's stead. No information on this person exists at present. While the situation seems dire, I believe the key to getting ahead of all of this is at hand. You see, time always builds upon the past. I have already located our key. It is a pin request from the conductor. Normally, the psychic manifestation of pins are determined by one's imagination. Thus, by analyzing the pin, the user's imagination, or rather their true intentions, are revealed. Unfortunately, this order came through the composer, and never came into contact with the conductor. Thus, I could not use it to determine the nature of his imagination. I too have lowered my vibe to tune into the UG, limiting my own abilities. However, at this stage, realizing that this pin holds the key is sufficient. The possibility of forestalling the plans for the UG's destruction remains. So Hanako did make the red skull pin.
Well, so sorry about the background noise a moment ago.
It's alright.
I managed to mute it before it got real bad. Someone decided to drive down the street with a card on the car that has nothing in it, which means it's boom, 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 boom.
That's alright. Okay, so other interesting thing is that he says he lowered his abilities by going to Yuji, which means the version of Hanakoma we fought is the nerfed Hanakoma, and he's the super boss.
Yep. Maybe that's why he had to take the form of something we've seen before.
Possibly. Secret report number 2. As the game was set to end, I felt an intense burst of soul, and at its source I found the composer's handpicked proxy, one Neko Sakuraba. Let it be noted that once danger was past, the soul he expelled rapidly tapered off. I shall define soul as it exists in the UG later. For now, let it suffice to say it is the energy he bears within him. His unstable soul is the result of rift between his body and emotional mind. This discord can be traced to a few causes. 1. His dense and all-inclusive soul composition. 2. Emotional confusion inhibited the unity of his emotional self and physical body. And 3. The exacerbation of that confusion by memory loss due to his entropy. However, anyone possessing such diverse soul can become a formidable wielder of imagination. The composer was right to choose this boy. Shibuya's fate may rest on how well he manages to stabilize his soul. To measure his stability, I gave him a harmonizer pin. It can only be used when he cooperates with his partner. Synchronizing with another hinges on his ability to first stabilize his own soul. Thus, successful use of the pin would indicate he has made progress on that front. That's the fusion pin. The further he is able to push his and his partner's psych resonance through fusion, the greater his own internal stability will have become. The progress of his soul merits close observation henceforth. Day 3. Allow me to redefine the composer's role. As I continue to observe the game's progress, I have a clear view of the enormous effect of the composer's absence. A clear definition of his duties are key to understand the extent of this disruption. The composer holds absolute authority over the underground. By authority, I mean the right to determine rules. He's the only one who can change the composition of the UG, and sole creator of this Shibuya. The underground Shibuya is created and organized by the composer's rules, which pit players against Reapers in a struggle for survival. A new composer only arises when the previous one is defeated. The victor takes the victim's place. At this junction, the new composer rewrites the rules of the UG of Shibuya. However, there being no composer at all is a different situation. It means the rules that make up the UG are invalid. In other words, without a composer, the underground collapses. However, the composer's absence is still a secret. At present, only 3 people know: the composer himself, his opponent, the conductor, and the producer, me. Oh yeah, that's right, the angels are called producers. Or the angels assigned to the composers are producers.
Very music themed.
The producer's role is that of a guardian over the game. For observation purposes, he must sometimes descend from the higher plane to the underground. While the producer is natively an entity from the higher plane, he can adjust the frequency of his vibe to visit the UG and lower planes. Think of the radio. Going from station A to station UG simply requires tuning into a different frequency. The producer has the power to contact any and all beings in the underground. However, he is strictly prohibited from revealing his identity in the UG. His existence endangers the stability of the rules and balance of the UG and RG. Thus, the producer's identity must stay a secret from Reapers and players, not to mention those in the RG. He may freely contact only one person as the producer, and that is the composer. Day 4. The UG exists as a separate plane where the composer can judge the worth of men. Within it are Reapers and human players. It is infeasible for the composer to judge all humanity by himself. So a filtering system utilized the Reapers was created. The Reapers game. Reapers act as the test weeding out unfit players. Upon becoming a Reaper, one's physical body changes, gaining incredible strength and extended lifespan. That's interesting, right?
Yeah.
That means that the game.
It's a lot of words.
That means the game basically comes down to Joshua doesn't have time to check if any of you guys are worthy to return to lives. So figure it out amongst yourself. Also fight my Reapers.
No.
As a Reaper and player, I like progress through the game, engaging imagination-driven combat. The soul is refined. Soul is abstract matter revealed through our research into life and death, and a component in the makeup of the atmosphere. Humans will thwart all phenomena. As Reapers execute the game, they undergo a process of evolution from grunts to officers to the composer. However, Reapers that follow the ideal route are rare, and most are erased by players. Reaper or player, those erased within the game disperses the mind and spirit housed within their flesh in the form of soul. Thus, they are erased only from the visible existence. Their soul persists in the UG until gathered and tied together according to a new code. Oh!
Ah, there we go. That's what we're looking for.
This new code is essentially imagination. Given sufficient imagination, any form is possible, be it a pin or Reaper.
Okay, so what happened is that Coco reimagined through the sigil his soul into a form again.
Correct. That seems to be the case.
There we go. It's nice when we have answers. Kingdom Hearts learn.
Variations in this code cause the soul to manifest in different forms. In other words, humans, Reapers, and Noise are all entities formed of soul. The only difference is their code. And what are Noise? Entities without conscious will, only the drive to multiply. Thus, they constantly thirst for soul, attacking players and possessing humans in the real ground. Soul consumed by Noise is destroyed, even if the Noise is erased. Thus, possessed humans often exhibit a rush of euphoria immediately after the Noise is removed. Though untested, the same would likely hold where a player or Reaper to be possessed.
Okay.
The real ground and underground are planes of existence. Other planes exist as well. The one inhabited solely by Noise, for example, or our customary plane. The planes are stacked in parallel, though each exists at a different frequency vibe in tune with its inhabitants. Observing a lower plane from a higher plane is simple. Actual transplanar contact, while possible, is highly complex. The vibes of adjacent planes are closer, making passage between them comparatively easier. Yeah?
That one only describes a single noise plane.
That's because this is the retconned it.
Okay, got you.
More distant and it annoys me. More distant planes show greater differences in vibe frequencies, and thus communion becomes more difficult. The UG exists just above the RG, allowing those in the UG to observe the RG, but not vice versa. Noise exists on a special plane that straddles both the RG and UG, enabling their interference in the affairs of both. When players come into contact with the noise, they are drawn into the noise plane. In other words, players are forcibly tuned in to the noise plane. Conversely, there exists an even higher plane than the RG and UG. That is where I am from, the plane of the angels. As in the RG and UG, angels have created a web of social schema to guide their activities. The role of producer is just one cog in the angel machine. Angel vibes are extremely high frequency, not even the composer can catch them all. In actuality, you can pick up only that of the producer. As you can see, interplanar contact is beset by difficulty, but certain modes do exist for its realization. One is the modular decal. Within its area of effect, players from the UG can manifest visibly in the RG and communicate with others there. Reapers and the composer can downtune their vibes at will. Near these decals, however, even their vibes will be forcibly adjusted to the lower frequency. Another mode, imprinting, requires no physical manifestation in the RG. Imprintees experience the conferred thoughts as bursts of inspiration. The reliability of these communiques thus depends upon the person receiving it. For example, successful communication with preoccupied people is unlikely. Furthermore, recipient interpretation of said inspiration colors the message, making imprinting unreliable at best. Reaper Creeper was created as a mode of popular communication between the planes. Modulating paralogos printed on paper allows for limited UG interaction with real ground objects. As those in the RG are unaware of players, they perceive the illusion of coin moving by itself. Day 6. Report. I received periodic communication from the composer while maintained contact. I am prohibited from providing him with information for risk of unbalance in the game. I'm permitted only to respond to his commissions for certain items, and even then I'm able to only to create and deliver said items. The composer has requested increased phone functionality for use in the next game. Today, the proxy partner, one Shiki Misaki, freed herself from her defining value, envy. With this, the composer is convinced of the proxy's victory on the 7th day. His confidence arises because the proxy's intervention was indispensable in causing his partner's growth. It signals the proxy's departure from his obsessive self-actualization loop. Previously, even the composer was unsure of his proxy's capability for growth. Normally, the composer possesses a certain degree of clairvoyant foresight. His current down-tuned state, however, limits his abilities, clouding his super-temporal vision. Though able to observe the UD from the real ground, he's otherwise saddled with limitations. For one, his outward appearance. He looks younger than he would at full vibe frequency within the UD. Fortunately, this prevents the Reapers from recognizing him as the composer. Yeah?
That means Mr. Hanakoma would look ancient if he's fallen to the same limitations but still looks like adult?
Possibly, but the composer and the angels works differently for each
they
other.
work slightly differently, yeah, true.
So we don't know that. To begin with, the composer contacts Reapers only through the conductor, so most are unaware of what he looks like. Additionally, as the being in the underground with the highest vibe, some lesser Reapers are incapable of perceiving him. Dang! The effects of down-tuning occur because the composer's vibe and the RG's frequency are substantially different. For Reapers, the down-tuning necessary to exist in the RG is significantly less and thus affects less prominent changes. That said, it depends on the Reaper. At any rate, the effect is minimal, making Reapers much more frequent visitors to the real ground. Provided they complete their duties, Reapers may do as they wish in the RG within certain accepted boundaries. Report number 7, Day 7. As the composer predicted, the proxy has won the game. So what happens to those who survive the week? Those whose imagination is less than outstanding are broken down into soul, while those with excellent imagination become Reapers. The most talented of these may travel to the next plane, inhabited by us angels. The diligent Reapers too may pass through the office of composer to ascend to the plane of angels. Now, a what if? This may sound odd, but one may also choose to be reincarnated. While the word reincarnation is not quite accurate, for the humans of the UD are not truly dead. They merely possess different soul code and have been tuned into a different plane. We angels do not consider it a loss of if a talented player elects to return to the real ground, as the superior imagination will inspire other humans. So basically, sending a player back nets more potential Reapers, which nets more potential angels.
I'm more fascinated by the other part of it. So, you're not dead.
Not truly dead, anyways. That's interesting. Upon returning to life, the exceptional player's creative activities soon make their mark upon society. His art, music, and other output become a part of culture, spreading and persisting through time, refining people's imagination even without personal contact with the player. Certainly this requires time, but no one has ever accused angels of being in a hurry. The composer's absence during this particular game, however, means that reincarnation is not an option. Only the composer possesses the level of imagination necessary to reincarnate. It is beyond the conductor's means. The conductor continues to act as if the composer were present, but this fast can only continue for so long. I will be watching with great curiosity to see how the conductor responds once his ruse unravels. As I was busy writing reports, the boy in my custody, Beat, went missing. Beat had expressed curiosity in how noise was created. Perhaps he plans to ask a Reaper, but even without specific instruction from him, he has the ability now. I gave him a pin filled with the special imagination required to create a noise, and imprinted him with the instructions for its use. This does not qualify as interference in the game.
I have decided so. I'm fascinated by the page right before that.
Okay, what about it?
Because that means that every time Neku won,
yeah,
there was no one getting reincarnated because it wasn't possible. Which
yeah.
means that to try to keep up the ruse, the conductor had to be like, okay, well, Shiki should have been back to life, but now she's your payment instead.
Yeah, that is exactly why he did it. It's because only a composer can revive people.
That's technically also manipulative, because that makes Neku go like, wait, did she mean that much to me? Oh, I guess he did.
Yeah. No shenanigans here.
Yeah, This does not qualify as interfering in the game. Mhm.
The information I gave him will have no impact on the game's results. It was merely a token of my esteem for his unflinching passion towards what he holds dear. Whether he uses this power and how is completely up to him. I mean, he's right. It didn't affect the game.
True.
It didn't affect this week's game. It accidentally ended up affecting the third week's game, but that's
Yeah.
neither here nor there.
I mean, it's interference by proxy, I guess.
Okay. Report 8. Week 2, Day 1. As predicted by the composer, his proxy has entered the game a second time. The proxy has proven his aptitude and will be joined in the next game by the composer himself as his new partner. There are 3 reasons behind the composer's choice of action. 1. To ascertain the conductor's strategy. 2. To educate his proxy. And 3. To protect him. With his return to the UG, the limits on the composer's abilities will be relaxed. However, using his abilities could reveal his identity. As such, he will need to continue to limit himself for a while longer. This presents a certain set of risks. The greatest risk, however, lies with the composer joining the proxy for this game. The composer's presence, his tremendously high vibe will place a great deal of physical and psychological strain on the proxy. Furthermore, the proxy's victory in the previous game has won him back his memory. The self-actualization loop binding the proxy is thus stronger than ever. More deeply ensconced, even than the envy cleared from Shiki in the previous game.
Ensconced? I've never seen that word before.
There is a possibility of the proxy's soul destabilizing, negating its progress during the previous game. Slight problems also persist with the proxy's personality. How long will the proxy be able to bear being side by side with the composer? Day 2, week 2. Today an alert was handed down. The discovery of a fallen angel. A fallen angel is one who has broken the angel's code, a criminal, their crime, revealing the secrets of Taboo Noise Refinery to the game's master, Minamimoto. Minamoto knows the composer's RG identity, secret even to the conductor, and has chased him to the real ground. The fallen angel may also have supplied him with this information. Minamoto's lust to take the composer's place, and his potential to do so comes second only to that of the conductor. Despite being a complete outsider in the wager between composer and conductor, he stands to hinder the composer greatly. It's entirely possible Minamoto may rise to the office of conductor before this wager has been decided. All eyes from the higher plane are on this game for the future of Shibuya. Should the results be invalidated by outside interference, the angel's disappointment would be vast. So, what is the fallen angel's goal? Dominion over the underground? Retribution against the angels? Whatever the case, we must carefully monitor Minamoto's actions and stay vigilant against this fallen angel.
I don't care about their motives, I care about who they are.
Day 3, week 2. I was finally able to hand over the phone tracking application the composer requested some time back. I informed the composer it was ready 3 days ago, but they apparently had no time to come pick it up. It just shows how carefully the proxy is planning each move. The application detects the conductor's imagination. With it, one can walk around Shibuya and piece together the conductor's strategy. At this point, even I cannot fathom the conductor's plan. This also means Joshua lied to Nekus when he said it was a power searching device. And that it would point to the... He was lying about it pointing to Shibuya's river because that's where the conductor is. But still...
Technically, imagination is power in this case.
Yeah. But it's specifically the conductor's imagination. It also explains why it follows the red skull pins around.
Yep.
At this point, even I cannot fathom the conductor's plan. I will have to rely on the information gathered by the composer. While I wait for his findings, I will work on the composer's next order, a second revision of the phone's functionality. Today also marks my first contact with the proxy since he formed a pact with the composer. He appears considerably wary of his partner at present. As expected, the psychological strain is severe. So severe in fact that most players would be unable to continue. Right now the only thing keeping the proxy in the game is his entry fee. At least his dangerously strained state of mind is acting to heighten his soul. I saw no sign of relapse or destabilization. Rather, the return of his memory seems to have yielded only positives. I look forward to watching the proxy continued growth.
Is that really necessary for an entire page?
Apparently so. Day 4, week 2. The composer's report indicated rough going in the investigations. I suspect the limits upon his abilities. Meanwhile, Minamoto has not issued any missions. The Reaper elites must be alarmed as well. Perhaps this is more of the Fallen Angel's influence. As I stated, Minamoto is suspected of a liaison with a Fallen Angel. The fallen angel may have chosen Minamoto for a few reasons. First, none decide the composer's office more. Minamoto's obsession was great enough to compel him to pursue the composer into the real ground. Unlike simple reapers, however, the composer's power are not lost in the RG. I can just imagine the shock dawning on Minamoto's face as I write this. Yes, the composer must down-tune to the frequency of the real ground, limiting his powers. However, Minamoto is in the same boat. As a result, the difference in their abilities remained unchanged, thus the assassination's attempt failed. While Minamoto's efforts were fruitless, they serve as ample proof of his convictions. The second reason the fallen angel may have targeted him is his lack of loyalty to the Reaper's organization and his preference for solo action. His distaste for cooperation meant little chance of him revealing the fallen angel's presence. The third reason is his consistently unconventional aesthetic. His bizarre actions regularly cause confusion among those around him. Even if the fallen angel were to urge him to do something out of the ordinary that would be ordinary for him, no one would suspect a thing. This is why he is the ideal target for the fallen angel to work his agenda, without raising suspicion. At least it seems a logical conclusion. The question now is, why has Minamoto abandoned the game and what is he doing? I suspect that his only current objective is to take out the composer. If so, he is likely preparing for the 7th day and his opportunity to confront the players. Just what did the fallen angel tell Minamoto? Perhaps no one will ever know.
I like the logic. He's picked a chaotic character because any chaotic orders would seem normal with him.
Day 5, week 2. The proxy feels an affection for the art of the designer Cat, myself, as he was picked by the composer. This is hardly a coincidence, it was inevitable. Cat's creative works are embedded with command codes. His art acts as a medium for mass imprinting. The imprinting players use works only on an individual basis. However, through art, one can affect anyone who comes into contact with the work. I imbue my art with 2 command codes. The first is enjoy the moment more. This strengthened the imagination. The proxy received the signal loud and clear, though past trauma precluded him from responding accordingly. The second code, gather, calls to those with strong imagination. Hence the inevitability. Why wouldn't the composer find his worthy proxy standing in front of my graffiti? A single reason exists for rigging my art in this way: the creation of the future requires imagination. So his art is built to create more imagination by having people with high imagination gather near his art and then imprints them with the idea that they need to enjoy themselves more, which will cause more imagination. That is sneaky.
Manipulative, but
effective. My art is widely accepted in Shibuya. This proves that those with imagination sufficient to create the future are gathering in the area. Shibuya's future is looking very bright. Day 6, week 2. I have finished revision 2 of the phone tracking app, which allows it to detect the Shibuya River. The composer aims to use this device to convey the river's location to the proxy. Before passing that knowledge along, the composer needed to understand the conductor's plan. As of yesterday, he felt confident in his hypothesis. The composer had encountered red skull pins everywhere the detector had led. The same pins I created at the conductor's behest on the first day. As I suspected, they form a prime piece of his strategy. The imagination he has filled those pins with is the same as that in the player pin, imprinting. They are set apart, however, by a single major difference. The red skull pins are made to imprint targets with the conductor's will. Anyone wearing the red skull pin is dominated by the conductor's mind. The further the pins spread, the more people he controls. However, the red skull pins have penetrated less than half of Shibuya's real ground population in the last 2 weeks. At this rate, the conductor's strategy will end in failure. How does he intend to penetrate the rest of Shibuya? I will be monitoring his actions closely. Week 2, day 7. The final day's mission came from the conductor, eliminate Minamoto. Unexpected as it was, tension ran high, but the composer's quick thinking saved the day. In the end, all went according to his plan, and he successfully guided the proxy on to the next game. His solution entailed first defeating Minamoto, thereby ensuring the proxy's victory. Secondly, the composer pretended to be erased by Minamoto while shielding the proxy. To accomplish this, he fled to a parallel world just before Minamoto's final attack connected. The proxy survived the game alone, but was again unable to elect reincarnation due to composer's illegal participation in the game. For better or worse, the game between composer and conductor concludes in 1 week's time. The conductor's strategy may end in failure, but we will see. I need to keep a close eye on his future actions. All I can do is wait for the composer to inform me of which parallel world he escaped to.
Ah, and that's the Tin Pin arc
Yes.
that happens here. Okay.
Week 3, Day 1. I began patrolling Shibuya in pursuit of the conductor's strategy. While in Uragawa, I spotted Minamoto's taboo noise refinery sigil. Several types of these sigils exist in various categories, which we of the higher plane have classified. Not all of them, however, will work in the UD. Its vibe frequency is simply too low for them to translate proper. The sigil Minamoto drew was one of these undecodable types. Was that a mistake on the Fallen Angel's part, or was it a transcription error by Minamoto? Either way, with that design, he stands little chance of reviving himself. However, Minamoto is driven and his imagination strong, perhaps strong enough to make the taboo sigil work, even in the underground. If so, the specific result would be impossible to predict. Anything that makes it hilarious that he goes like, "Ah yes, I calculated my desired solution. All went according to plan."
With a little pinch of luck.
Anything that might interfere with the composer and conductor's rager is to be avoided at any cost. I will personally neutralize Minamoto's sigil. Angels may not interfere in the Reaper's game, but this contest will decide Shibuya's future. The higher plane cannot idly stand by. Meanwhile, the conductor has dealt a preemptive blow. The starting player count in this final game is 1. I cannot be certain whether the conductor knows that Neko Sakuraba is the proxy, but this severe restriction in the number of entrants ensures player erasure. In this flagrant abuse of his privilege, he's eliminated the threat of the proxy. With the composer in a parallel world, the proxy's position is perilous. Still, as producer, I am bound by the rules. I cannot offer him no help. All I can do is guide him to the Shibuya River. Call it luck or fate, even by himself the proxy has managed to form a pact. His partner to beat, now a Reaper, who is himself fixated on reaching the river. As such, guiding the proxy will require a little work on my part. Still, I haven't uncovered the conductor's strategy for this final week. I cannot afford to relax quite yet. Week 3, Day 2. The conductor has used Beat's betrayal as an excuse to issue an emergency call. With it, the composer rules for the UD are essentially suspended. After weeks of concealing the composer's absence, the conductor finally has absolute authority. At the same time, he's made red skull pins mandatory for all Reapers. Now most of Shibuya has red skull pin. The stage has been set for the conductor's counterattack. Furthermore, he's condoned off each area of the UD with walls. I could leave the UD, elevate my vibe, and pass through them quite easily, but to what end? I am bound to the UD, and thus my hands are tied. I cannot reach the composer, nor do I know in which parallel world he's hiding. For now, all I can do is use my second sight to watch the game's progress. Week 3, Day 3. Rather than head to the Shibuya River, the proxy has begun wandering the streets, apparently in pursuit of the Game Master. Konishi, this round's Game Master, seems mainly interested in saving her own skin. She appears a loyal follower of the conductor, but the appearance of a promising candidate for composer would quickly change her tune. At this point, she has been working hard to recover the conductor's trust after her slip the first day. She has issued a single 6-day mission, one that exploits Beat's greatest weakness, rhyme. Her plan is to panic the pair into committing some fatal error while keeping watch from her front row seat within Beat's shadow. This serves both to restore her standing with the conductor and to average the blow to her pride. Beat's greatest desire is to bring her back to life. Even if revived though, Rhyme still lost the game and her entry fee is non-refundable. I do not know what the girl's entry fee was, but a life without it, the thing she held most dear, would be filled with grief and hardship. But is the void in one's heart caused by loss never filled? I think it can be. It may take time, but something else will come along to fill that empty space, so long as one enjoys the present. In other words, we needn't mourn the loss of that which we hold dear if only more people realize this. The composer did not impose the entry fee upon players to cause them anguish. In experiencing life without the thing one most values, players are forced to re-examine just how crucial those things really are. The hope is that by the close of the game, players will be able to take a hard look at themselves and be able to take on the future with a new outlook on life. The entry fee exists to force players to see the truth about themselves. It is a test posed by the composer to spur players' self-enlightenment. Week 3, Day 4. The conductor has begun his work with the Red Sculpins. By bringing Shibuya's collective conscience in line with his own, he hopes to accomplish his goal of rebuilding Shibuya. The conductor's seal is unparalleled among Reapers. His strong presence was central to the composer's ability to govern Shibuya, an area considered exceptionally chaotic even amongst the higher planes denizens. That the composer would consent to base his plans for Shibuya's destruction on a game with the conductor shows his unwavering trust in his subordinate. The unification of minds is the natural state of the higher plane. Given time, it might happen throughout the underground. The current UD, however, is not ready. People have erected walls around their minds, dividing their collective consciousness. They coexist independently, like the cells that make up a single human being. While the player pin holds imagination strong enough to pass through those walls, the pin user's own barriers are strengthened. Were that not the case, the incoming flood of other minds could erode that at the user's own consciousness. Consequently, those who hold player pins cannot be scanned. Would not consider the basis plan and destruction.
What that?
I'm just rereading because I'm not sure I've solved that correctly. Parallel among people. The strong presence was central to the composability of government Shibuya, an area considered exceptionally chaotic even among higher plane citizens. That's interesting. Why does individuality exist? This is something the good doctor has overlooked. Everything that exists has a purpose. Obsessed with his egotistic protection of Shibuya, the good doctor has blinded himself to the facts. With his blind ego funneled into everyone in Shibuya, the city's destruction is not far off. So long as there is individuality, it is impossible to fully eliminate loneliness. There is no such thing as a shared reality. Even people who believe they share a connection are not truly connected. They must actually make contact, clash, and learn about others through their foreignness. Differences should not be denied. They should be accepted and enjoyed. People must realize this if Shibuya is to be spared from its destruction. Week 3, day 5.
Can we just print that specific page and send it out to the world?
That is an important one, isn't it? I've detected an energy spike here. It would seem Minamoto has returned. I judged his arrival unlikely after spotting his debut refinery schedule on the first day, but it appears Minamoto's imagination is much stronger than I anticipated. The fallen angel must have completed the array for him. A troubling thought. Who can say what impact this will have on the composer and conductor's game? Minamoto has one goal now, to find the composer and erase him. Minamoto has been tracking the composer's movements. He must know that the composer frequents this cafe. Chances are he'll pay a visit himself. As for the composer, I have yet to receive any word from him. Could the composer's abilities now be so limited that he cannot even reach me? I may need to contact myself in the parallel worlds to help search for him. Let me expand on the concept of parallel worlds. In life, reality is made up of a continuous string of choices, and the consequence of these choices, every time a choice is made, the option is not selected, branches off, and exists as its own reality, a parallel world. Countless numbers of such parallel worlds exist within a single plane, be it the RG or the UG, and travel among them is possible through the use of imagination. Theoretically, one can jump to a parallel world, but penetrating the membrane between worlds requires up-tuning one's vibe. This limits the pool of beings able to make the trip. Additionally, stress caused by breaking through the barrier can pull down the traveler's base vibe. If the vibe dips, the frequency may be too low to pass through the barrier. In other words, it may render the traveler unable to return to his or her own original world. Conversely, angels are being meant to jump between worlds, thus such travel is a simple matter. Angels have a higher base vibe than the frequency of the underground, allowing them to leave the UG, then tune their vibe to that of the desired parallel world. Week 3, day 6, which is why Joshua was waiting for the ride. Couldn't return home on his own.
I have other questions, but we'll take that later since it's Neo related.
I have located the composer. He's in a world where a Tinpin Slammer, of all things, reigns supreme. I'm off to retrieve him. Minamoto has definitely targeted this shop, and not with friendly intentions. It is essential that I leave here immediately. I will leave the key pin to Shibuya River for the proxy. He should know what to do with it there. Shibuya's fate has been placed in the proxy's hands. It is no longer safe for me in the UG. My work here is done. All that remains is to retrieve the composer from the parallel world and bring him back to this one. The composer defeated the conductor. Also week 3, day 7. The composer defeated the proxy. However, he has stated his decision to destroy Shibuya. It seems the course of the game has brought about a change of heart in the composer. Yes, Shibuya persists, but it is no longer the same city as it was a month ago. In its stead, a completely new Shibuya has arisen. As the composer has changed, so Shibuya itself has metamorphosed. 1 month previous, Shibuya was plagued with problems, dire enough to motivate the composer to destroy it. Today, Shibuya has shifted into what we angels believe to be the optimal parallel world. To complete this puzzle, all the pieces had to be set in their proper place. If even one was incorrect, the entire picture would be ruined. Rhyme's selfless display of kindness, Higashizawa's bottomless career ambitions, Konishi's heart of stone, the conductor's wild actions born from overflowing love. All of these were necessary if Shibuya was to be born anew. There are no extra pieces, no irrelevant components. Accept society as an ever-changing thing and your mind will always become flexible. Individuals will link together and enact change throughout society. This is the only way to ride high upon the waves of the ever-changing world. It was no coincidence the composer opted for this simple method in the end. My gratitude goes out to you all. I greatly look forward to what this new Shibuya will become. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Secret report.
21?
This here is... yeah. Secret report 21. His final one.
But didn't we just read 21?
No, that's... oh, 22. This one comes before that one? Interesting. Oh, that's because he fetched the composer first, so this
he
happens
jumped and
canonically.
then came back again.
Yeah, I entered the parallel world and contacted the composer. Unexpectedly, he seemed to be enjoying his stay. In fact, the reason he had not contacted me was because he was too busy playing Tintin. I made him promise to meet at the Shibuya River. In the meantime, I need to hide out, so as to not meet myself in this world. Usually, angels existing as multiple entities within the same world pose little problem. However, mine is somewhat special case. You see, I am the fallen angel who taught Minamimoto how to refine taboo noise. Minamimoto owes his successful rebirth to the corrections I made to his flawed taboo refinery cycle. I must hide in Pork City for fear that my alternate self in this world may report me on sight. Minamimoto is my backup plan to ensure Shibuya's survival. If the composer does not change his mind, this unique city will be lost. I must prevent that at any cost. Thus, I deemed it necessary to cross the boundaries angels usually respect. I happily accept the stigma of a fallen angel for this cause. Well then, it's about time to meet him. After calling the composer and hearing his cheery voice, I feel as if my shadow falls even darker, but darkness has always been husband to light. I sincerely hope that someday my sins will be judged justified. I still hold faith that they will, now and forevermore. One last thing to the composer's pick. Neko Sakuraba, the future you must choose is within you. I'm glad to have had the chance to meet you. And now, the new ones! Thanks to the composer's change of heart, brought on by exposure to his proxy's unbridled imagination, Shibuya has been restored to its original state, crisis averted. Although the rules have undergone some slight revisions, in the wake of Shibuya's rebirth, the powers that we deemed no major changes were necessary, saying it's better to keep things easy to understand. For now, it seems the game will remain the same. The composer will continue to use it as a tool by which he can judge the worth of visitors from the RG. In other words, everything is back to normal. Well, in Shibuya at least, the incident outside the city has piqued the composer's interest, and rightfully so. Neither one of us has ever seen it happen so close to home. Two boys I know quite well seem to have vanished from the RG a few hours ago. What's more is that I've detected several spikes in activity over the past few days during regularly scheduled retunings. While I've yet to find an explanation for the unexpected trouble that has accompanied noise outbreaks and interplanet travel as of late, I can't help but think it must be connected to those boys' sudden disappearance. For now, I decided to investigate a certain noise that made some major waves when it first appeared. Something about it strikes me as suspicious. Although I have no evidence definitively tying the emergence of this noise to the aforementioned incident, my intuition tells me the former was somehow caused by the latter. We'll see what I turn up when I check out the scene. Speaking of which, it looks like the composer is making moves of his own. We haven't coordinated our efforts, but I've got a hunch we're headed in the same direction. It turns out the enormous noise under that little Reaper's control was actually a pseudo-parallel world, artificially constructed by breaking down and forcibly rebinding the soul from various noise. This sort of unusual unstable dimension is extremely fragile, so we gave up on the idea of down-tuning our vibes to launch an infiltration. Instead, I interfered with the noise from the outside by using an advanced method of imprinting. My goal was to save both boys. Unfortunately, I could only save one. A pseudo-parallel world like that one is special in that it is heavily dependent upon its creator. A considerable imagination is required to create such a world, far greater than that of any run-of-the-mill Reaper. I suspect someone must have given that little girl a hand. And what about those mysterious visions that invaded Niku's consciousness? What about that abnormal power and whoever created it? What about the Reaper which summoned into the UG via the refinery sigil? All of these phenomena occurred almost simultaneously with the aforementioned incident in Shinjuku. That is, the inversion. But is it possible a single event could truly have such widespread repercussions? I'm determined to find out. And
Stay tuned for Neo.
And that ends our read of the reports. What do you think?
This time I actually understand the reports. Last time you read them, I was so tired from us playing the game for so long that I think I tuned out, so I don't remember half of any of this.
Actually, we only read the first couple, and then we gave up on it because you really couldn't absorb it.
Our common friend also had issues with it.
True. But yeah, that is The World Ends With You. All of it. Not counting Neo. We'll get back to that.
So the stream ends with us.
The stream is not over yet, because we have a Geodude to give out.
True.
So give me a moment.
Things make somewhat more sense. Yeah, agreed. Agreed, Silverthorn. The reports help answer some of the more abstract things that were confusing by themselves in this game. Definitely. It still leaves a lot of questions, but it's yeah, I guess. But yeah. And now I'm actually kind of curious. I need to Vox. We need to prioritize playing Neo.
There's only one shiny left, and we need to give that one out. That is the last thing we need to do before the stream ends. Oh yeah, The World Ends For You. And also, yeah, Neko is dead. He got shot by Koko Atarashi.
I forgot that. Must really suck. Death by microtransaction.
Death by essential DLC, essentially an added DLC mission 10 years after the fact.
Almost too bad Aussie didn't see that. Did they?
Yeah,
Were they here when that happened?
I think they. I think they were here when they happened, but they didn't. I don't think they internalized it. But yeah.
Shiny.
Yes. The last code.
This is when I should be really cheeky, boot up and go and grab it myself. Nah, I wouldn't do that. I'm co-hosting. It is only fair that people have a chance.
No, I don't remember that number.
Oh, pi?
Yeah, I was like, we could do pi again.
I can look it up.
4, 5, 6, 3, 2, 1, 7, 8. That is it. For real, wants it. It doesn't look like there are many people in chat, so it might go to Silverthorn again. But that's alright. I know I said that I prefer to not have the same person grab multiples, and I would have preferred that, but there weren't enough people in my chat, and that's fine. We'll just have to make do with what it is. Yeah. But it's been very fun.
At least it still makes people happy.
It does, I hope.
And I managed to do what I wanted to do. For every single 7 streams, I had something different on. And yes, I count the first one because I was not there. That counts as an outfit.
6 outfits for 7 days.
I just changed my equipment for different stats. Come on. Not everyone is as refined as Vox and has one set that just works with all the stats.
Hey, my bravery is just that high, okay?
You disabled the music in Legends, didn't you?
I don't think I did.
I just don't hear it on stream.
Legends music is lower than the music.
Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
Burmy.
Give me a moment and I'll look.
Oh, you don't need to. You don't need to adjust it. We are about to wrap up.
No, it's fine with me.
fairly sure I disabled the music in Legends because I do that with Pokemon games when I need to start grinding for stuff.
That makes sense. Also, I promise there will be more shiny giveaways when we get around to Neo. I don't know which bosses I will consider shiny giveaway bosses yet, but I'll figure that out. As for those who want to know, the shiny giveaway bosses this time around I decided was game masters, conductors, composers, angels, and the parallel world noise. The only reason I didn't say it up front was because I was afraid of spoiling people, since some people in chat may not have experienced the story before. Otherwise, I would have preferred to be upfront about it, but also so it's like, but yeah, total of 7 shinies given away.
Woo!
1 for each day. Although we didn't give them away on the days, but close enough. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for the 100 subscribers, and there's gonna be a hiatus next week because this was a long everyday stream week and I need a break. I'll be back the week after, I promise. But on that, remember I have Discord server down below and all that. Guess I will be spawning out. Bye.
I'm not your Discord server. Bye.